Alright guys, welcome back to the Flying Moose stream. I am your host, your captain, the Flying Moose, and we are getting ready to take a trip on board the mighty 747 to Luxembourg. There we go, that's the sound. So, hello guys, welcome back. It was so nice to be able to stream last night and actually have it work for the first time in like 2 weeks. And so we're looking forward to more of that today, now that we've kind of figured out how to do this to YouTube without the lag issue. So yeah, so we're here now. There is a little bit of a delay between what I'm saying and the actual stream. That's okay, that's normal. It kind of gets better or worse depending on when we stream, so, but that's okay. Rather have the delay than the lag, so. Yeah, we're not going to be in the U.S. for a while because we are going to be going back down toward like India, Southeast Asia, Australia, and then eventually heading up to Japan and then over to Hawaii. And that'll be our first foray back in the United States, and then we'll probably do Hawaii back to Los Angeles to make our venerable return to the United States. So let's go ahead and see who we got in chat with us today first, as is our custom. So let's see who we got. So Enrich16 was here first. He was actually here really early because he posted up shortly after I timed the video in, which was about 30 minutes before. So well done you if you're still here. Looks like you are. Venom Vlogs, welcome back. SFL Fishing, thank you for your sub the other night. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Brian Gren, good to see you. Gabriel Ramos Soto, hello sir. Brennan23, wonderful to see you. Hey, I want to start flight sim for Cessna 172 training. What should I get? You want to get... I'm not really big on my knowledge of what the good payware general aviation aircraft are, but I'm sure there's some people on here that can help you with that. There are some good ones I hear, but I'm not sure what they are because that's not really my bent. But yeah. Anyway, let's see who else we got. Roger Jose Salas is here. Wonderful to see you. Nathan Graham is here. Hello. Right. And Minecraft Player 2007 official. Hello. Flying Squirrel is here. Wonderful. The Flying Moose needs his Flying Squirrel partner, so that's good. Flying Squirrel was Moose and Squirrel. Let's see. Omar Martin is here. Nightbot, of course, is here. Smurf Killer is here. And let's see here, who else we got? Swazi, hey, how you doing? It's been a little while since I saw you. Expert Man, good to see you again, sir. Jace H, hello. Andrew QI, good to see you. Marcus Jansen, good to see you. Ryan Keeler, welcome aboard. Octopus Animation, good to see you. And I think that brings me up to current. So, there's not going to be a cabin announcement today, Venom Vlog, because we're flying cargo. There's no announcement to make. The cargo doesn't care. Cargo don't care. Honey Badger don't care. So anyway, that's not the reason we're flying cargo, by the way, but, you know, hey, it's kind of funny. So let's take a look at this magnificent aircraft. This is the, of course, 747-400 PMDG version 3. It is glorious to look at. I do love it so much. This is the CargoLux variant because we are going to Luxembourg. So how fitting is that, eh? So yeah. Omar Martin, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. If your name does not pop up when you hit that subscribe button, guys, just know that is because you've got your subscription set to private as the bus tries to run me over, and I realize I am set a bit too high, because if I am that tall, holy moly. So let's scale that down a bit. That's probably more accurate size. That's a really nice shot. I like that, actually. I'm going to take a little snapshot of that. All right. Yeah, 747 is going to be a cargo plane for the most part once the other airlines finish retiring them all. There are a few 8s that, like Lufthansa has some 8s, and I think Singapore might have an 8 or 2 or something like that. So they're going to be flying passengers for a while still because they're not going to retire those right away. But yeah, the 400s are going away for passenger service here pretty quick. United is retiring theirs at the end of November, middle of November, something like that. I know BA is working on pushing theirs out. Delta, I think, is going to be getting theirs down pretty soon. So they're not going to be going away right away, but they are working on eliminating them from the fleet. So it is sad to see, but that is the march of change and progress and how the world works. So A2A, that's the one I was... Yeah, good. Thank you, Tim, for chiming in on that. That is a good Cessna to go after. So Last flight back to USA, Beijing to Fresno. That would be interesting. We can handle 747s. They did 747 testing out of Fresno. In fact, this beauty right here, the 800 version, not this guy, this is a 400. But CargoLux Colors 747-8 did some testing for Boeing when they were doing the flight testing for the 747-8 out of Fresno. I actually was going to get lunch from work, and our church is actually right down the street from the airport, and this thing took off, and I was like, what is that doing here? And so I had to do some research and find out what was going on. It was pretty cool. So yeah, so hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I would so much appreciate it as we get underway here. We are hauling, 144,700 pounds of cargo today to Luxembourg. We've got a zero fuel weight of 508,000 pounds, 508.7 thousand pounds. And we only need, because we're only going to Luxembourg, we only need about 78,000 or so pounds of fuel. So the Jet A is loaded. The cargo is getting loaded as we speak. Well, actually, no, the cargo is not getting loaded as we speak. This guy is not loading jack. So let me see what the holdup is here. Hang on a second. I think we got a cargo door that's not open, so we should probably take care of that, or we're going to have a problem getting out of here. We do have the ground power connected, but I'm actually running the APU because I had to run the APU to get the side cargo door open. So, yeah, let's see if we can't figure out what the dealio is here with this guy. FS actions, doors, next. It's not bulk cargo. Oh, forward cargo. I missed that one somehow. There we go. He's coming open now. All right, so they'll start to load that up. I do want to get the Quality Wing 787, so at some point I will do that. That will happen, but so yeah. Oh, there it is. So Delta's retiring the 744 by mid-December of 2017. So yeah, sad day. So yeah. Anyway, Future World Gamer, hello, good to see you. What is the capital of Luxembourg? I'm pretty sure it's Luxembourg. It's a pretty small country. It's often equated to the size of a postage stamp. I mean, not literally, obviously, but as countries go. Yeah, hopefully my computer does not crash again. It didn't do it last night. That was a few weeks ago, so we'll hope for the best. But let's take a look at this beauty. We got to get the walk around done. So, man, I look small next to this thing. Good night. So we got the front nose gear here with our taxiway lights and turn-off lights there, looking good. No hydraulic leaks. Tires look good. The strut looks good. Doors there all closed up like they should be. We've got our pitot tubes on the side, angle attack indicators on the side there. The nose cone radome, which is also a cargo door, by the way. You'll see the different color there. That nose cone can open to do front load cargo if we ever wanted to. And we got our pitos on the other side, angle attack indicator there, all looking good. We're going to, let's go this way. We're going to check our antennas and stuff as we go under here, making sure everything looks intact. We got a pack inlet right there, one of the 3 air conditioning packs this sucker has on board. So he's going to load up the cargo there. We've got the wing root, leading edge of the wing, and landing lights there looking good. This is running the big Rolls-Royce engines today. You can always tell the Rolls-Royce because they have just the giant flat opening at the back. That's how they do that, and they hide the other stuff inside. So you've got the high pressure stuff here, the turbine. On the side here is the bypass air coming in from the fan, which actually does most of the heavy lifting of the power of this guy. This is an RB211, Rolls-Royce RB211. Fan blades all looking good on this guy. Nice yellow swirly on the spinner. So we come around and checking the other side here. We've got the leading edge and the slats all stowed up like they should be, all nice and good. This engine here looks pretty good too. Fan blades look like they're in good condition. Can't believe I just said condition. Alright, checking out the leading edge of the wing on the rest of it here, and the slats. I need to turn the nav lights on apparently, but everything looks intact here. No leaks, no issues. There's the fuel jettison port right there. And the back exhaust of the number 4 and number 3 engines are looking good. I saw a episode of Air Disasters the other day where this engine, number 3, actually snapped off its pylon and careened into this guy. It was an old Israeli, it's probably a 747-200 at least, because they had a flight engineer. But this came off, it smacked into that one and knocked it off the wing, so they lost both their engines on the right side of the plane. Tried to bring it in, but when they lowered the flaps down, because they didn't have flap working on this side, it basically just caused the aircraft to roll over from the the lift differentials on the wing. It's pretty bad, but very interesting. I never heard of that one before, so I'm sure Tim has. But that was new one to me. So that was back, I think in the 70s. I want to say 70. Yeah, probably 70s. Anyway, all right. So the right main here is looking good. Brakes look good, and the strut, no hydraulic leaks, no problems there. We're going to come around here and check the inner right main. This thing has 4 bogies. Each one of these is a bogie, which is funny because we got a guy that used to work at our church named Bogart, and we called him Bogey. This one looks good too. Tires looking good condition. Brakes looking good condition. Hydraulic lines all intact. No leaks. No problems in the strut. So looking good there. I'm going to come around here and check the trailing edge of the aircraft. You can see the APU running. I love this effect that PMDG added. You guys see exhaust coming out of that thing. It's pretty cool. Yeah, 747-400F. There you go. So thanks, Tim. Yeah, if it's got a flight engineer, it's not a 400. So. All right, got the little Luxembourg flag up there, and there's the APU running. It's a beautiful time of day. It's set it to 11 a.m. local because that's what it is in my time. The weather is from current, so whatever it is currently, which is like 18. No, I don't know what. Never mind. That's. Well, actually, yeah, it is probably close to 6 o'clock or 6 or 7 o'clock here in Sweden. I think they're probably an hour ahead actually of UTC, so it's probably 7, just after 7 o'clock. Real world time. All right, we're checking the backside here. Everything looks good. I'm surprised he didn't come around to here, but okay, whatever. I'll have to work on that with GSX. Looking at the left inner main, tires here again looking good, looking nice and mighty. Hold up this great big metal bird. And same thing here, tires and brakes and hydraulics all looking good. Strut looks good, no problems. Trailing edge of the wing is as expected. We got the aileron droop just like we have on the other side because of the lack of hydraulics on the aircraft at the moment. And exhaust there looks good. Keep checking the trailing edge. The canoes are all intact, flap canoes. Exhaust to number 1 looks good, nice and clear. There's our fuel jettison on the left. Got a big old winglet there, nav light, and this aircraft's large. And leading edge of the wing here, around the side. Engine number 1, Rolls-Royce RB211. Fan blades look good. Leading edge of the wing and slats are looking okay there. And number 2 engine also looking good. Leading edge and landing lights good to go there. We got our static ports there for the captain side. This aircraft looks like it's serviceable. I think this will get us to Luxembourg, and this is the steepest staircase ever. You also check the main body gear, steering actuator on the aft gear. Oh, okay. So that is the. In fact, I think that's actually modeled, because I think I saw that when I was back here. Let's see here. Yep, that's this guy here. See these hydraulic pistons right here? That's the body gear steering for the 2 gears. So there we go. Thanks for the tip, Tim. Thank you. So there you go. There you go. All right. What do you use to record your videos? Well, actually, this is done because I'm streaming it. It's recorded in OBS. I used to use Fraps, but I can't stream with Fraps. So let's see if I can climb up this thing. Ah, too far. This is a. Hey, we're inside the plane. Look at that. Look at our cargo. Look at a little staircase up to the black pit of despair. And that'll get us into the cockpit. All right, you live in Sweden. That's awesome, Marcus Jansen. I'm half Swedish, so listening in my head. Allergies are kicking in today. Rest of my bed. Watch your stream. All right, Kelsey. Well, I hope you feel better. Allergies no fun. 747 will be the new Concorde. Well, in the sense that it's leaving us, I guess. And it's going to be a while till 747 is completely gone, though, I'll tell you that. Because of the freight market, it's going to be around for some time. It's going to go away in the passenger market sooner rather than later, but not as a freighter. So, anyway, okay. I need to find my... because I don't think this is it. I had a checklist for this thing, and I can't seem to figure out what I did with it. This is the QRH. It's in here somewhere. Of course, it's impossible to find because this thing is so huge. I don't understand. Let's see if I can... It's like 200 and something, I think. Maybe. Oh, that was too far. Too far. Sorry, bear with me for a second here. Ooh. Okay, that's still abnormal procedures. I think it's close. I hope it's close. Maybe it's not close. I'm sure the QRH makes sense in a physical form, but in a PDF form without like real page numbers, it just gives you like chapter things. It doesn't help at all. I think they're all like flagged in the book form for the pilot, so I think that's why the difference. But I'm pretty sure the normal checklist was in the QRH. Quick reference handbook, by the way, if that for those of you that are wondering what QRH stands for. It's not very quick if you can't... Okay, there's weight tables now. And things of that nature. Oh, for the love of all that's holy. Maneuvers. Oh my goodness. No, it's... Okay, so it was back here. It's somewhere else. Stupid thing. Crap. Okay, well, I'm going to find that later. Okay. They're getting rid of them because it doesn't make economical sense to service 4 engines when 2 engines can do the same job. Simple as that. I mean, it really does come down to that. The 747 burns a lot of fuel, not because... I mean, I don't even think the fuel burn... On the 400s, yeah, the fuel burn is not nearly as efficient as the 800s. But again, if you can... if you can do the same job with 2 engines that you can do with 4... then that's 2 less engines that you have to do maintenance on. That's 2 less engines that you have to do parts on, replace things. That adds up real fast. Fuel burn may be equivalent because you're not burning as much fuel on each engine to do the same job, but like for instance, the 777 can haul pretty close to the number of passengers you need, but do it with 2 engines and go the same distance or longer. So anyway, it's all about economics at the end of the day. It's all about the economics, and my checklist is gone. This is not cool. What did I use the last time I did this? I thought I had one on here. I'm not happy. That's a tutorial. No, that's not what I want. Is it just outside of my... Oh, there it is. Okay. Aha, good. Alright. We're good. We're good. I found it. Found it. Alright. Open. There we go. Okay, so let's get this guy pre-flighted here. So we need to get our navs on. Battery switch can go dark here. We'll pull our GPU here in a second since we got the APU already running. That's all off. That's fine. Good. Yay. Turn on our emergency lighting. We got to test our fire system here. Okay, good. Come on. And then this will give us the fire with the cargo and APUs. APU, not APUs. Singular. Alright, that's all good to go. I turn off auto start only because I like to start them manually. This is not a checklist procedure thing. This is just my preference. So read into that what you will. We got our fuel there. We won't deal with that until we're getting ready to start our engines. On the other side, I'm going to come over here just to see this better. The yaw damper's already on. Turn the fan on the flight deck. Get some cool... No, we won't. That's loud. Screw that. That is noisy. Trim air. Okay, so we can go ahead and turn in on our packs. And we got to get the nav lights on here. We'll go ahead and turn the logo light on just because, for reasons. And we'll see that. Okay. Yeah, again, so you see aircraft that are older that are sticking around primarily because they have less engines. That's a huge maintenance cost. So, yeah, just because the aircraft's old doesn't necessarily mean it's... Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how long it takes before the A340 goes the way of the Dodo too, by the way, because it's in a similar category. It's a 4-engine aircraft that really doesn't need to be anymore. So, right, going back here to the FMC. Alright, so we're 747-400 today, RB211 engines right there, so that's good. Our air rack data, 1711, is good till November 8th of 2017, so we are good. And we need to go ahead and load in our present position. We are here at ESSA. I don't know if it will like the gate. We're at parking 8, but I don't know if it just wants the 8 or if it'll even do anything. Oh, well, look at that. Alright, cool. Huzzah. Let's see. ESSA. So guys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I would so much appreciate it. Your name will pop up on here. You also can donate if you'd like to. You can do that several ways. You can do super chat. You can be a sponsor, which gets you some special. You'll look special in the chat there, and that's a monthly subscription fee basically. If you want to do that, you don't have to do that every month, but it does help the channel. It helps me. And then you also can subscribe using PayPal, credit card, stuff like that through Streamlabs. The Streamlabs one, Super Chat will come up in the chat. The Streamlabs one will come up actually here on the screen and show you donated. Again, not required, but always appreciated. ELLX is where we're going. And we will... departure, arrival, departure. Okay, so let's look at the weather right now and see what we got. So I'm going to go over here. We're going to turn on our ATIS here.
Echo, Sierra, Sierra, Alpha, airport information, India 1750, Zulu, weather, wind 063 at 4, visibility 10, sky condition, ceiling 3200, broken, temperature 2.1.
Echo, Sierra, Sierra, Alpha, airport information, Juliet 1750, Zulu, weather, wind 063 at 4, visibility 10, sky condition, ceiling 3200, broken, temperature 2.1, QNH 1022, advise on initial contact, you have information, Juliet, Echo, Sierra.
That was weird. It like... Did it change? Like I didn't really catch the identifier on the first one. Did it change from Juliet to Juliet from a different thing in the middle there? Because that was just crazy weird. The voice changed and everything. Anyway, okay. So weather, we got winds out of 6.3 to 4. Visibility's 10. Clouds at 3,200 feet. Temperature 2, dew point 1. So we're pretty close to freezing today, actually. So we're gonna want to watch that any ice. And then QNH 1022. So let's go ahead and set that right now. First of all, this should be in hectopascal. And 1022. Alright, so, and then looking at our chart for Arlanda. Let's look at the airport here and see what runways we're going to be taking off. SSS Insaurus, hello sir. FS Pilot, hello. Good to see you guys. QLEZ, hello. Blau, good to see you. Alright. So out of 6.3, we've got, well, it seems like runway 8 would make the most sense, actually. It's not the longest runway in the world, but it's long enough. Barely. Especially since we're not full. We're fairly light, so that shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, we'll plan to go off on runway 8. We're down here by runway 1. Well, actually 6.3. Only winds at 4. You know what? Maybe we'll go off runway 1 left, just because that'll give us some more runway to use, and it's a shorter taxi too. Yeah, it's not much of a crosswind. I mean, it's 4 knots, so it's pretty acceptable. Morgan Chu, hello, sir. I do fly VATSIM very rarely, but I do fly it occasionally. You threw some ice at engine 1? Well, thank you. Alright, Venom Vlogs, I'll see you later. Okay. So yeah, let's plan on one left. I think for the... Let me make sure that's going to work with the departure they assigned us here. SID. What was our... Let's take a look at SimBrief here real quick, guys, together, and I'll show you what's the happy hat. This is our flight plan today. We're flight 860, CargoLux 747-400. Our alternate today from... obviously, our destination is Luxembourg, but our alternate is Paris Charles de Gaulle. So that's where we're going if we have a problem. Cruising at 380 today, 74,055 pounds of fuel, 508.7 thousand zero fuel weight. We're looking at the Diggler 2. Oh, sorry, the Diggle 2 Romeo. Weird. So let's see if that will work with runway 1, or if we've got to change our departure if we're going to do runway 1. And then I will decide how much work I want to do. Let's see. Diggle 2 Romeo. There it is. Okay. Let's just bring this up here. Alex Plays. Hello, sir. Good to see you. Well, it looks like this one really is just for runway 8. So if we do want to do something else, that's a kind of fun looking departure, though. You know what? Screw it. Let's go ahead and do runway 8. Baxter Cat 2. Okay. Baxter Cat, is that just you creating new new things so you can see your name in lights? If not, welcome aboard. If so, you're weird. Okay. Let's go ahead and stick with runway 8. We'll taxi around. That's fine. We can do that. That's a fun looking departure. I think I would like to do that. So I'm going to flag that so I can get to it easier in the future. Okay, so here's our route then. So we're going to take that Diggle 2 Romeo to Nosli, November 850 to LBV, and so on. So it goes on and on and on. And then coming in for the LNO 4 Kilo into Luxembourg. Yeah, Baxter Cat, nicely done. Okay, so let's take a look at the route map here. Guys, crack me up. Okay, coming out of Stockholm, right here in Sveden, Bork Bork. Coming out, we're going to come straight down. It's going to be a very similar route, actually, to coming out of Frankfurt, because here's Frankfurt. So we went up here and did that. So it's very close to what we did yesterday, just kind of coming back the other way, but not quite. So come down here, right over Cologne, and then kind of just skirting Belgium there a little bit, and hitting a little bit of the Netherlands, it looks like, and then down into Luxembourg. You can see it is really a tiny country. Actually, we don't even hit the Netherlands. We actually go into Belgium. We just barely touch, maybe at the top of descent right there, the tip of the Netherlands. But yeah, so here's Luxembourg, the country. It's very small as countries go. Not the smallest, but very small. And then if we have to, we can go over here to Paris as our alternate. So that is the plan today. Reserves for fuel, it looks like we've got, what are we looking at? 27.5 roughly for our reserves. So we'll plug that in. I'm going to put this over here where I can see it, because I need to put the route in and get that done so we can get out of here. Time's a wasted. Okay, so we're going to take runway 8. We'll do that after all. We'll take the Diggle 2 Romeo right there. See how fun looking this thing is? And so we'll go to route, go to next, and we got to put this in. So first waypoint is Nosli, N-O-S-L-I. N-O-S-L-I. Oh, that's stupid. That's what I get for not looking up first. Okay. N850. November 850, right there, and then that goes to LBV, Lima Bravo Victor, Mike 170. I love that my name is one of the phonetic alphabet. Hotel Mike, Hotel Mike, and then Zulu 727. 727 to India Romeo Bravo Uniform Papa. Romeo, Uniform, Bravo, Papa. Not in database. Did I type it? IRBUP. Oh. It's dyslexic. IRB, then UP. Oh, dagnabbit. BUP. That should be there. There we go. Z717. Oh, going through all the Boeings. I like that. And I did it again. Got mild dyslexia going on here today. It's not good. It's not good. ABAMI. ABAMI. There we go. And then T884. Where are you at? T884. And that's going to Ageni, A-G-E-N-I. G-E-N-I. Bloop. And T855. T855. And that's going to LNO. LNO. And that takes us to our arrival, which we're expecting runway 24. That's LNO 4K. LNO 4 kilo. And we're expecting runway 24. So do that. And let me pull that up real quick and just see which is the transition we want to use there. Bum, 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 bum. Approach LS24. No one is on chat. That's just not true. That's just not, just because they're not saying anything doesn't mean they're not there. Okay. Where is? That's not really helpful. What's the? Is the LNO? Oh, wait a minute. Where is that star at? Oh, there it is. Okay. I love when they combine them all together. You can't find them right away. It's really annoying. There's Dirk, Rimba. LNO. Oh, okay. So if we take, how many transitions do we have? Oh, I like that. The Moose 1 or Moose 2. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I think one of these dick ones are what we're going to want. Because we're coming down from there to Dick. There's Dick. Which is Dick 1 and Dick 2? I don't even know. It's the Dietrich VOR. But and it's actually an NDB as well, or something, or initial approach fix or something. But yeah, I don't know what the difference between 1 and 2 is. I don't see that on the chart here. It's very strange. Well, I'm gonna go with Dick 1, and we'll see what that looks like on the thing. All right, so we'll activate that, execute that. Let's go over here to the legs page real quick and make sure we don't have any discontinuities. And no, that looks good. So let's step through it and make sure that looks like what I expect it to be. So we'll go to plan mode there. And we will step. There's LBV, LSN, HMM, okay, there's LNO. Come this way. Whoa, what's happening there? That's this is why we check. What on earth is happening there? Oh, that's the missed approach procedure. Okay. All right, so if we come through, we're stepping. Yeah, okay, good. It goes there. Yeah, that's just missed approach. Okay, good deal. Just want to make sure. We got a nice little musical triangle going on here. I like it. Okay, so that'll be fine. That'll work. That will work. We'll go ahead and go back to map mode. And let's get on with the planning here. So reserves, I said we're going to be 27.5. So we'll plop that in there. Just double check these. These all look correct. Cost index, we're doing 80. Cruise altitude is 380. Thrust limit, we're not going to derate because the runway is not terribly long, so we'll leave that where it is. We will do flaps 20 as a result to make sure we get maximum lift. It did this to me earlier. Why am I not getting V speeds? Am I missing something here that I don't... Performance, thrust limit. Do you want me to put that in there? I don't think I have to, but I'll do it. No. Maybe he just wants 2. Doesn't want that either. Yeah, that's just for the thrust reduction, so I don't need to do that. Why do I like memes? I don't know why you like memes. What the... Yeah, okay, so I did that. When I got the picture for the thing, I was trying to set this up just enough to get out of here, and it did this to me then, too. Let's see here. Can I go down? No. Position shift, runway 8. Position dry, yes. Wind... I wonder if it's wanting that. It's going to be a headwind of like 2 knots because of the crosswind, so let's do heading to okay, but it still doesn't like that. Kick it. If any of you are seeing what's going on here and can inform me of what I'm missing, everything's plugged in that I can tell. Oh, did I? I bet I had to. Okay. I'll bet that's what it was. Yep. Haha. Just had to confirm my weight. Alright. There it is. Yeah. I don't remember having to do that before, but okay. And there's our trim. 5.4. Let's see. Who just... Pilot Air. Hello, sir. Welcome to board. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Okay, so our V speeds 123 for VR, 129 for V2, and 147 for sorry, for V2. 129's VR. Did I say that right? Yeah. 147 is V2. Maybe I said V2 for that. That's V1. So we will set. No, stop doing that. 147 plus 15, as is my 47, 15, 162. There we go. Seems very similar to the 737 the other day. Okay. Alrighty then. So, the FMC is now set up. Everything else there is ready to go. Let's look over our departure information here, because we need to make sure that is ready to go. Arlanda. Yeah, so we had the selector on too. I had to apparently verify my weight, so it's throwing me off. But we got it. We got it. Okay, so let's brief this departure here. So like I said, we have weather right now is wind is a 6.3 out of 6.3 at 4 knots. Visibility 10. We got a few clouds at 3,200. Temperature 2, dew point 1, and the altimeter is QNH 1022. Due to that, we will use anti-ice on takeoff because our temperature is so low. They're probably going to de-ice us as well, just in case. So we will go ahead and do that because we're right there at the cusp of freezing. So we've got a note of that, that's what we'll do. We're going to be taking off on runway 8, and out of our apron here, looks like we're going to be taking uniform towards what essentially is Ah, what just happened? Just clicked on something and my map went away. Stand by. There it goes. Basically taking uniform over to Yankee, and we'll take Yankee up to X-ray, and then X-ray up to X-ray 2, and that will take us to the end of runway 8 for our departure. We are taking the Diggle something or other. The what is this thing called? The Diggle 2 Romeo, I believe it is. Departure plate is dated 30th June 2017, 103J Jeppesen. And so basically what it calls for is a straight out departure on 72 degrees. So we'll set 72 here now. That's our runway heading. Boom. To the waypoint SA-418 at a max of 205 knots. And we need to be at or above 600 feet by that point. It shouldn't be a problem. And then we make a right turn toward SA-557 at again a max of 205 knots at that point, and we need to be at or above 1,500 feet at that point, which is basically kind of parallel with the airport. We'll continue on to SA-564 with a maximum speed of 220 knots now, and at or above 1,500 again. And then it splits off, and we are going to stay on the 4 Romeo version. So we'll proceed to SA-717, and then down to Digley. It actually is Digley. Look at that. And then to Knossley. And so after that final 220 knot, 1,500 restriction, there are no more speed or altitude restrictions at that point. The MSA for the area is 2,200 feet. And the transition altitude here is 5,000 feet. And just trying to see if we have an initial clearance. Let's see, reading through the thing here. It doesn't look like it. So we'll go ahead and set the 5,000 for the transition, and then when we reach that... Oh, here we go. Initial climb clearance 5,000, that's otherwise specified, yeah. So we'll set 5,000 here in the box. And there we go. All right. If we do need to abort, or if we do need to come back to the airport, rather, instead of the right turn, we'll make a left turn, 180 degrees, and line up back on runway 8. Depending on the emergency, if it requires a longer runway for landing, we'll do the same thing, but we'll basically go 270 degrees around to line up on the downwind for runway 1 left and come in that way. That'll be our backup plan. Anything happens before V1, obviously we will chop the throttles and go onto the brakes and select reverse if necessary, and we will just abort the takeoff there on the runway. All right. Leaf, hello. Dustin, hello. Odin Bull, hello. Mountain Aviation, welcome back. And that is our departure briefing. It will be a flaps 20 departure. I forgot about that. So, and then again, we will be using our anti-ice for that too. So, let's get our doors closed here real quick, and then we can do our checklist. Menu, doors. We're going to close that main entry door. We're going to close the cargo doors. Do I have anything open over here? No. Good deal. Oh, you know what? Let's also get rid of the ground power, since it's already disconnected anyway from me. Brakes are set, so we'll go ahead and remove the chocks as well this time. And go back to the FMC. Andrew the Gamer Boy, I'm doing well. How are you doing? Welcome back. Good to see you again. Okay, so checklist. Let's do that. Alright, so we got the weather and we did the walk around. Can you... Why is that? Looks like poo. Oh, I guess that's... There we go. Okay. Alright. This is... Wow, this is... Oh, it's pre-flight. Yeah, it's a long one. Okay. So the electric switches are normal. The utility switches are on. Standby power selector is auto. Gen control switches are on. Drive switches are guarded. Hydraulic system fault lights, they're on, except for the one that's an aux. Company lighting is good. Exterior lights, yes, indicator lights. Okay, I guess I already checked all that. Fire test, yes. Emergency light switch, yes. OBS switch. Start switches are in. Standby ignition selector is normal. Contingent ignition selector is off. Auto start switch is off because I'm using it as off. Fuel jenison's all guarded. The engine bleeds are on. Pack flow is off. Gasper switch is on. Actually, is the gasper switch on? Actually, I don't think it's here because we don't have a. It's not a passenger one. That's passenger. Okay, outflow. Yaw dampers are on. Okay, good. Do. Okay. Before start checklist, departure briefing is complete. Radios are set for what I want. IRS is in nav and aligned. Hydraulic demand pumps. Number 4 is aux. Number 1 through 3 set to auto. Let's see. Fuel quantity is down here. Fuel quantity 73.8 thousand pounds. So we're good. Let's see. Altimeters are set. 1022. Hydrocascals. Parking brake is set. Fuel control switches are cut off. And cabin signs. We don't need to worry about. Oh, I'll do it anyway because there could be people back there, I guess. Where are my passenger signs in this sucker? Where are my oh, they're just down here on the pedestal. That's right. There we go. We'll go ahead and set that to RTO while we're at it too. Let's see, auto brake, cabin signs. Does this do the, by the way? No. Let's go see if there's a takeoff warning, but let's see, doors closed, cabin prep complete. Okay, let's go ahead and get waiting for action. I did close it. What are you talking about? Oh, are you kidding me? You were waiting for... They were open, you stupid thing. Don't make me hurt you. Okay, you know what? One way to skin a cat. This is one of the annoying things of GSX, is if you don't open these doors at the right, proper time, then they just sit there. They think they're not open. Okay, there's a ice warning. Yes, I would like treatment. So are you doing something about that? Oh, de-icing vehicles on their way. Okay. They're on their way. Right. You'll be flying to London in November. What is better, Swiss or Lufthansa? I don't know. I've never flown on either one of them, although I always would love to fly in Lufthansa someday. So I recommend try that. The Swiss are neutral, so, you know. What makes a man go neutral? If you guys watch Futurama, you understand that. Oh goodness, okay. Come on, de-ice vehicles, let's go! Don't have all day. Well, maybe I do. I don't know. Where are my de-icing vehicles? You claim you're on the way. Oh, is that them? There they are. Okay. They're coming. They're coming. Alright, come on. You can actually watch them de-ice. It's kind of cool. Let's see here. Which is the... Nope, wrong way. Oh, that's zoom. That's not what I want to do. No. Leave the zoom alone. I want to actually... That's what I want to do. better view of the action there. So guys, while we're waiting for the de-ice vehicles to get into position again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We gotta get those likes up, and really need to get those subscriptions up. So if you like what you see, if you're intrigued about what you see, you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. I do fly on Fridays and Saturdays in Flight Sim, various aircraft to various destinations. Today we're in Sweden going to Luxembourg, but tomorrow we'll be going from not tomorrow. Next week we'll be going from Luxembourg to somewhere else. Who knows? Who knows where? I haven't decided yet. And then on Thursdays, we do American Truck Simulator. So we'll do Fluid Type 2. I have no idea what these mean. I have to read that document that Tim sent me, so but I have not done that yet. So.
I will call you back when ready.
I would imagine you would. Okay. Tutorial on how to install plans. You talking about like? Are you talking about how to program the FMC with the flight plan, or are you talking about? Actually like installing a company plan that you can just call up easily? This is Active Sky Next that I'm using. Look at that, de-ice in our wings. Spray that ice off there, if it exists. It's kind of cool. Little feature of GSX there. It's a little cool. Speaking of a little cool, I've been I've had the windows open here at the house for almost a month now. It's been so nice, and it finally got like cold last night. Like I had to close the house up for the first time. It's like, ooh, it's chilly. Drop it into the 60s in the house. You know, okay, I don't want to turn the heater on yet, but I don't want to freeze either. So do what you got to do. That's right. Spray that off all nice and good like. Quick question: when are you dealing with when you are dealing with turbulence, does your usually rapidly jump around? Because jump around for me, it was a bit confused. Yeah, it can, because again, your airspeed, remember, is measured on those pitot tubes on the front of the aircraft. So it's all ram air pressure. So if you're experiencing turbulence or rough air, it can cause the pressure in those tubes to variate. And if that happens, your speed will, in concert with that, move around. So, yeah, oftentimes in gusty conditions or turbulence conditions, you can often get speed tape jumps up and down. It shouldn't be too dramatic, I mean, in the sense that you're going into your stall or overspeed range constantly, but it could jump by a good, several knots up and down as that happens. So, yeah, it's not necessarily out of the norm. So you just kind of watch what the jump is, and where, kind of the average middle ground is probably your relative speed. The autopilot will, if you're using the autopilot will do its best to kind of correct, but if it's happening as fast as it is, the autopilot's going to kind of just relatively settle a little bit because it's not going to be able to keep up with it anyway. So, plane mod. Oh, install planes. Is that what you're referring to? I thought you said the thing said plans. So
code is fluid type 2, concentration at 50%. I am disconnecting.
Fantastic. ETA to pushback now is imminent because they're done. So as soon as they get out of the way enough where I can select pushback departure, then we're good to go. Actually, I think I already technically did that. So he should jump into position here. Got Juan down here, poised and ready. Okay. Get your trucks out of my way. Get your trucks out of my way. Okay. Yes, the de-icing treatment has been completed. Can we get on with the thing now? Oh, there it is. Okay. 5. No, I just did it. Okay. Straight back, no, where are we? It's over there. So we want to go nose to the right.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
Yeah. So we got to wait to start our engines again until the pushback's completed. So, Ollie, I have flown in VATSIM a few times, but I don't fly very often on VATSIM for a variety of reasons. I'm not. I don't have a problem flying on VATSIM. It just adds another layer of complication to the stream, especially. VATSIM stuff is a little easier when I'm not streaming, but also just the lack of controllers in areas where I want to fly plays a role in that as well. Hirogima, hello, welcome back. Let's go ahead and put our beacon on at this point. Oh, yeah, that's right. So we need to start our clock here because we got de-iced. It's going crazy. I wasn't. No, it's not FSX weather. It's actually reacting as it should. So, I'm very well, Hirogima. How are you doing? I'm doing quite well. Yes, thank you, Baxter Cat. You should subscribe if you think I'm awesome. I would appreciate that. Yeah. Alright, so we're not going to start our engines yet due to the icing, so we're going to... I'm not sure what the reasoning is on that, by the way. I don't know if they're worried about ice flinging off something and hurting someone on the ramp as a result of that, or what. Tim might be able to speak into that if he's still around here. Fart Loops, hello sir, how you doing? This is nice. We're almost up to 30 people watching the stream, which is good. We're kind of seeing our numbers resurge a little bit, which is great. Yeah, this is FSX Steam, that is correct. I have the box edition as well on my other partition, but it's not as friendly to stream with because you can't... the box edition likes being in full screen mode to get better frames, whereas Steam Edition does not. It's the opposite. But in full screen mode, I can't see anything on the other monitor because then it goes away. So, I was just asking about their preference of having me wait to start engines until after the pushback's complete due to icing conditions, Tim. So, just wondering if you know the reasonings on that. I'm just spitballing. I would imagine maybe it has something to do with potential of ice chunks getting thrown at people and hurting people on the ramp. Maybe, I don't know. That, or if it has something to do with the icing, the de-ice fluid they use has to do something. I don't know. I just don't know. Just don't know. From Kenya, what system to use? So this is FSX Steam Edition. Welcome, by the way, from Kenya. My brother actually has been just got back from Kenya a few weeks ago. He goes every about 3 times a year, 2 times a year to Nairobi to check on a school there in one of the slums or something like that. He works for a non-profit that does that. Anyway, so that's off topic, but ice and fluids on the ramp being slick, no brakes. Oh, I gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. There you go. That's why Tim's here. So as far as my system goes, if you type in !specs, S-P-E-C-S, NightBot will tell you what the specs are on my computer. Rather than me trying to remember to rattle them off, that's the best way to do it. But welcome. I'm glad you're here. All right. Good job, Juan. Well done. It's a nice... It's a nice pushback. I don't understand why it does that. We're already stopped. Whatever. So, I turn the flat director on. I'm not flying in my Westwind livery, so I don't have my Mountain Dew can. I've got this dumb PMDG Jet A can of Jet A, apparently. I don't know why you drink Jet A. It's just ridiculous. Worst soda ever. There you go. Thanks, Baxter Cat, for doing that. So there you go. NightBot is telling you what I'm running. Oh, DC-8. Nice. That's a cool aircraft. Juan was educated, yeah. he's still wanting to go to Harvard or Yale, and so I got to get that college fund up. So we need some more donations to that to Juan's college fund. Make sure he never makes the LAX size mistake again like he did that one time. All right, so pushback's complete. So let's go ahead and get our fuel pumps on, and we'll start our engines. Auto thing is off. We got to turn the 2 of the packs off, and we're going to start 2 at a time because we can. So we're going to start 3 and 4 since we're making up for lost time here. Switch this over to engine so I can see them split. Oh well, too late. I'm starting them anyway. Straight mid-flight. Yeah, I'm sure it is. All right. Okay. Fuel on 3 and 4. And light up 3 and 4. Yeah, one gets around. I still haven't figured out how he does it. It's one of those like Twilight Zone things, maybe. I don't know. All right, here are those guys coming to life. All right. Switch off, and we will go with engines 1 and 2. There we go. Coming online. And fuel on 1 and 2. And light up 1 and 2. Good. Switch this back to auto. And there go the start switches for 1 and 2. Go ahead and take a look at the fuel situation here. I believe our center tank is empty, so we'll go ahead and turn those switches off. And we're going to go ahead and turn these guys all on now. Yes, good, okay. What is our, actually, take a look at this here. 18.2, 18.5, 18.5. Actually, they are all equal, so what we actually need to do is turn off the cross feeds here so they can burn tank to engine. Because otherwise, it's going to create a fuel imbalance that we do not want. So, American Aviator, hey, we're in Alanda. We're getting ready to head to what's it called? Luxembourg. And Zeus, YT, Cash Royale, and more. My settings are at max, and the graphics look worse than that. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I do have some other textures and stuff in here as well. So, and again, this is not the default 747. So it's about there's some tweaks I've done on my side, and back you're still on the ground. Yeah, it took a while to get out of here because of things. So, all right. So I'll turn the auto start back on now in case we have. Oops, nope. Go back to norm. In case we have an issue, we'll get the taxi lights on. Oops. And yeah, okay. Flaps down to 20. We need to do a flight control check here real quick. Two up, one down. Two up, one down. Two down. Two up. Full left. Neutral. Full right. And neutral. Hit the brakes real quick, just make sure we don't have any surprises, because it always gets me. And we'll go back to engine there. Alright, we also need to set our TCAS here. We're just going to set a random number there, and oh, it's already on the thing. Okay, we'll do a TCAS test. Whoa.
TCAS test pass.
I love the sound of these Rolls Royces, man. That's cool. Zeus, thank you so much for the I'm guessing that's a super chat there of $1. I appreciate it very much. Thank you so much, sir. Oops. That's right. This thing will just keep going and going. Gotta watch taxi speed here. I want to watch those buildings too. I do not want to hit something and crash. That will suck. So I'm actually gonna turn a little bit early here to make sure we don't have that issue. Oh man. Taking uniform over here to Yankee. A little close to that. Just want to be careful. Easy does it. There we go. No, Brian Green, you didn't miss the landing. We haven't taken off yet. You've missed nothing. It's just taken us a while to get going here. So it's one of those days. So you're still good. You are still good. Alright, flaps are 20. Trim needs to be 5.4, so I'm going to set that to here. I think that says 6, so it's somewhere in there. There we go. Slow down to about 10 knots here for the turn. Yeah, we'll do TeamSpeak once we get into get to altitude. I don't turn it on until I get off the runway, so get off the airport. We're up to 32 people watching the stream. Welcome, guys. Good to have you here. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Subscribe button will get your name to pop up. You can also get your name to pop up by donating using either Super Chat in the chat, or you can use the Streamlabs link in the description below. Either way is much appreciated by me, and we'll get your name up there on the screen for all the world to see, because I know you guys like that. Yeah, I've been going for about an hour, and yeah, it took us a long time to get off, so... Did a lot of talking, did a lot of checklisting, got to get de-iced, it just is a thing, so, anyway. Yeah, I know. Sorry about the late roll time, but it happens, so. Usually it's about 30 minutes from time of stream to start, but the 747 takes a certain finesse and a little extra time, and that's just what it is. Expert Man, very possibly, but I'm not going to mess with it right now because I'm about to take off, so I'll think about it. Should be a sponsor too for exclusive features. Yeah, exactly. American Gamer has a good point. You can become a sponsor. That's why his name looks special. In fact, if we need to get one more sponsor, and I can create a custom emoji that the sponsors can use, like a moose head or something, and that can be kind of cool. But I can't do that until we get at least 2 sponsors. So if you want to do that, you can click. There's an icon down there in the bottom of chat, next to the super chat icon, and you can get information there as well. I don't know why we don't seem to have any traffic. Traffic is supposed to be running, but it does that occasionally, so that's kind of annoying. Yeah. It's an older traffic program, so it's a little buggy sometimes. And it wasn't designed necessarily to work with Steam, so occasionally it does stupid things like just going away. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Alright, we'll get our anti-ice here on as soon as we get to the end of the runway there. That's okay, Expert Man. That's, like I said, it's appreciated, it is not required. Your presence here is plenty enough. If you are able to and would like to sponsor, I'd appreciate it, but it is not required. Gotta turn that off just because our oh, probably turn that off, I guess not. Let's turn that APU off. Rings RGO pesticides on. Good, good. Bum 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 bum. They are playing. They're playing San Diego. In fact, I'm not sure when. If it's tonight or if it's this afternoon. I should probably know that. In fact, if someone wants to look that up for me while I'm taxiing, I'd appreciate it. It's the Fresno State Bulldogs. They're playing San Diego, in San Diego. They're in the Mountain West. If you want to go to ESPN and and look that up for me, find out when they're playing, that would be awesome. Yeah, if you donate Baxter Cat, your name pops up on screen. If you donate by Super Chat, it doesn't pop up on screen, it pops up in the chat. So just know that. Can't make free content without seeing something income for others. It certainly does help, because it is, like I said, it is a hobby. It's not a job yet. I'm not one of those streamers that can live off the YouTube income, but that's for sure. How far the trip? It's about 2.5 hours, I think it is. Because it was about 2 hours to from Frankfurt to here, and Luxembourg's a little bit further, not by much, so it's about 2.5. Yeah, at San Diego State University. You know what time the game is? In Pacific time. That's where I live. Well, you gotta get yourself a better mic there, Baxter Cat. Alright. We don't have any traffic coming in because apparently there's no traffic today for whatever reason, so go figure. Is my dome light still on? Yeah, it is.
Approaching 19 right.
How do you donate? It's in the link in the description below. It's a Streamlabs link, and you can donate there. Lefatomy Snapchat. Hello, sir. I'm sure I pronounced that wrong. So apologies.
On runway 19 right.
Where the crap did I go? Demolition Gaming, thank you for subscribing. Okay, hang on. I went the wrong stupid way. Just realized. What the heck did I do? Why did we go on? I just kept taxiing down runway on taxiway Yankee and forgot to do what I told you I was going to do. Yeah, that was dumb. Alright, stand by. This is not the right runway. Oh, my goodness. That was dumb. I feel sheepish. Alright, if we get off here at Yankee 9, then we can, yeah. I had a feeling you might be French there. Lefentum? I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Looks like Lefentum, but I don't know if that's correct. Skinny runway, especially for the plane. Well, no, it's a normal runway. It's just we're in a big plane. We're in a big plane. Yeah, right. I don't normally taxi onto the wrong runway. This is a new one. I got excited in chat and stopped paying attention to what I was doing. So I'm sure Tim is smacking himself in the head, wondering what the crap I'm doing. Oh boy. As the Simpsons would say, that's paddling. FAA is going to love you. Yeah, exactly. I just had to inspect the runway. Someone had to do it, you know? See, that is the runway I want right there. I thought it sounded odd when he said right. Wait, runway 8 isn't a right? What the heck? Oh, yeah. No, this is not runway 8. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Poor you. Thank you so much, Baxter Cat. Oh, I was right. Okay, Le Phantom. All right, good. Fantastic. Well, bonjour to you. Tim is busy. Oh, that's funny. Would the wrong runway account for the reason your AI is elsewhere? No, no. Because you can see the AI is nowhere to be seen. Oh, wait, there's some AI. There's one AI. I'm wondering if it's because the AI will throttle itself for frame rates, and so if I'm on the cusp of my limit, then it'll throttle it back. So that could be what's going on. What's at 10:30 Eastern? flight license in. Thankfully, it doesn't matter because it's a simulator. ESSA is Stockholm. It's Arlanda Airport in Stockholm. Stockholm, Sweden. The capital of Sweden. Stockholm. Oh, the Fresno game. At 10? At 10, like, so it's now? Do I live flying? I don't know that I live flying. I do love flying, yes. There you go. Daniel Klatt, hello, sir. How's it going? So, to clarify, if the Fresno game is 10:30 Eastern, then it's probably over by now. I don't know that I have a cabin view because this is a cargo aircraft, so as is evidenced by that right there. So it's not really much of a cabin as much as there's a cargo hold. There we go, runway 8, that's what I want. The same happens in real life as I kind of need your gun and badge. Give me your badge and your weapon. Ooh, this runway is not long, is it? Okay, we're gonna have some fun with this.
On runway 08.
Alright, we're gonna slow down because I don't want to waste any more runway than I have to. Okay. Should just wanted to tell you the correct way. Yeah, I should have. Probably would have worked. Okay. That's what happens. Okay. What the? Oh, this is all zoomed out. There we go. Okay. Alright, for takeoff. So flaps are 20 green light. Control check complete. LNAV, VNAV. Arm that. Cell anti-ice. Alright, anti-ice is on. Yeah, it's inhibited because we don't have the engine spooled up yet. Alright. And we are ready to go. Let's find that magic toga button there, and I'm gonna hold the brakes while we do this. This is a cargo plane. Here we go. Taking a power set and brakes release. Oh, landing lights on. There's V1. Not sure why it's not calling it out. Rotate. It was actually rotate wasn't actually on there. Weird. Gear up. Taken to the sky. Oh, 10 p.m. Okay. So 2200. We start our turn. Select flaps 10. Everyone say goodbye to Sweden. Oh, there's our, that's right, that's our climb. Flaps 5. Oh, I will create a moose emoji, don't worry. I don't need Google to make no moose emoji for me. I have Photoshop skills. And that was transition altitude, so we're gonna go with standard. Still have a restriction at, thought we did anyway. Oh, no we don't, we passed it already, okay. That's fine. Flaps 1. Zulu refers to coordinated standard time, or universal coordinated time, or whatever you want to call it. Also, essentially, it's the same thing as Greenwich Mean Time. One is a standard, one is actually a time zone, so there's technically a difference, although they always are the same time. But so it's just a time standard. So we use Zulu to refer to that time. So no matter where we are in the world, we reference Zulu time. Alright, it's above 10,000 feet, and we're well above flaps up, so we'll go flaps up. Landing lights off. Taxi lights off. We can go ahead and turn the anti-ice off at this point. As we accelerate. I believe in this aircraft there is no, you got a continuous ignition thing, but it technically does it for you automatically when you've got your flaps deployed, so you don't actually have to do it, but yeah. Come on, trim down, trim down. Go ahead and autopilot. Alrighty, we are on the move to Luxembourg. Let's go ahead and get that TeamSpeak up, and then we'll go ahead and look at how long we got to go. TeamSpeak. Yeah, I guess give me the not now. Connect.
Connected.
Connected. All right, and live stream room. Looks like people are already in number 4, so we'll go ahead and go to number 4 today.
Channel switched.
Alright, so live stream room 4 is where we're at, guys. If you want to join us in TeamSpeak, you can do so. Alright, to Luxembourg, how much we got? Let's see here. Progress. So we're looking at 746 miles to go. That's 1309 Zulu, which is, it's 1129 Zulu in the sim, not in real life, obviously. So, what is that? That's 12, so that's an hour and a half. Yeah. Yeah, about an hour and a half. Hello, how are you?
Oh, here comes everybody.
Oh, yep, they're all coming in. Captain Tim's here now, and Kushan is here. Yeah, Baxter Cat's gonna do chat shenanigans. If you want to, Baxter Cat, you should do history trivia this time. I don't know anything about the stuff you were talking about yesterday. do some history stuff. If we're going back to that nonsense.
There we go.
These guys should be on too. Let's go turn them on. Packs are on, good. So we got cabin pressure doing its thing. So, yep, looks good. Hydraulics. Doors open, gear, good. Excellent. Oops. Beautiful. All right. So, guys, reminder for those of you that care, on the fuel panel here. Remember, the center tanks have the highest pressure. So when they're on and running, they push to all 4 engines. After the center tanks, the main override tanks have the second highest pressure, so they'll push out to all 4 engines. So once you get the main tanks all in balance, then you have to turn off the outer cross feeds so that the main tanks don't run empty while nothing comes out of main 1 and 4. And so you just have to know that. So we've got the all the tanks on except for center, because there's nothing in center, and so we have those cross feeds off on the outside, so we're running basically tank to engine at the moment. That kind of threw us off when we crossed the pond with this sucker a number of weeks ago. So yeah. Santiago, how's it going, man? Let's take a look at this beautiful bird. Oh, there's the cargo. Oh, look at that beautiful bird. Those beautiful chemtrails coming out the back. If you guys are looking for some entertaining YouTube videos, besides my channel, obviously, you'll want to do a search for either chemtrails on YouTube or Flat Earth. Either one, hilarious.
Are you talking about the Captain Joe one?
I'm not talking about anyone specifically. I think all those people are Looney Tunes, and they're hilarious to listen to.
Oh, yeah.
the Sovereign Citizen ones are pretty good, too.
Actually, you know, that's correct. I saw one of them one time. That was pretty funny. It's always fun to find the nut jobs on the internet.
How was your Friday night?
It was pretty good. I got a little bit of extra work done and watched a little bit of World War II in color. And yeah, it was a good night. Good night. How was yours?
Spoiler alert, the Germans lose.
Yeah, I know. I miss the days of History Channel being like 90% Nazis and then 10% other history. But now it's all just pickers and Pawn Stars and all these reality shows. True. It's annoying. I haven't watched History Channel in so long. It stopped being history.
Well, that's why I go to American Heroes channel. Of course, now that's getting all messed up too.
Exactly. The other one I like is Smithsonian Channel. If you have access to that, that's a good one.
That's a very good channel. Nat Geo too.
That's true. Nat Geo has some good stuff. What's the FX version that you use? Yes, it is Steam, Le Phantom. Le Phantom Snapchat, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is Steam edition. I have box edition as well on my my other partition, but Steam works better for streaming. So that's why I use it. So, New York Times by Beacons, very Marshall said, yeah, I'll bet. What's anyone know the timeline on BA getting rid of their 47s? I just know they're.
Oh, I'm not for sure.
I know they're phasing them at some point here, but I don't know if they've said anything specifically timeline.
I haven't paid attention to them since they got rid of the 75s.
Yes, Expert Man, I do. I love Air Disasters. That's one of the DVR things I get. So it's a great show. It's really fun to like download those onto your tablet and then go on an actual flight and watch them. What add-ons do
How come you don't use World of AI?
World of AI? I don't know. I've never used it. I could try it. If you guys think that's a better option.
It uses the FSX traffic system, so in the settings you can check up. It just changes deliveries and adds a couple planes, just makes it look more like alive.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out because yeah, I just never have used it, so no specific reason in particular. What add-ons do I use? So I've got obviously add-on aircraft is the primary thing. So you've got PMDG aircraft. I have all the PMDG aircraft except for the 777. That's the only one I don't have by PMDG. And then I have pretty much all the Captain Sim aircraft. I've got Quality Wing 757. I've got the Aerosoft Airbus, and I'm not crazy.
The CRJ.
The CRJ, which is not yet flyable until I upgrade my system because it's such a frame rate hog apparently, unless there's something I'm doing wrong, but I'm not sure. So, or at least when it comes to streaming, I guess, is especially. It actually works fine in Prepared, but Prepared doesn't work nicely with OBS as far as frame rates, so I need to upgrade the system for that one. So, so I've got that, and then I'm running FTX Global, which is the terrain scenery you're seeing primarily. Also Rex textures, Rex 4 textures. So that's sky and taxiways and clouds and stuff like that scenery. And then I have the weather engine, which is Active Sky Next, which is running the weather. Ultimate Traffic 2 is running the traffic, or not. That's apparently today. And let's see, anything else that I'm running add-on wise? Oh, GSX, which you saw that provides us with Juan, our pushback driver, and a number of other, you know, the cargo loading and the passenger loading stuff, pushback effect, the de-icing effect. That's all GSX. And then EasyDock. EasyDock is the camera system I use here. I have a chase plane for Prepared. So when we start doing some more Prepared stuff, once the system upgrade happens, you'll see chase plane. But EasyDock is what I use with FSX. PMDG is I don't know. I'm assuming it's got to be an acronym, Precision Manuals and something or other. But I don't actually know what the acronym stands for off the top of my head. They are probably what most in the flight sim community would refer to as the gold standard of study level sim aircraft. So if you're looking for aircraft that are extremely highly detailed and model as many systems as they can, as accurately as they can, PMDG is where you want to go. So their add-ons are expensive, but they're expensive for a reason. It's because their stuff is so well done.
PMDG stands for Precision Manual Design Group. I've got a friend of mine.
Oh, there you go. Oh, really? Okay. So yeah, so there you go. They actually get licensed Boeing material, so that way they can get as much accurate information as they can and stuff like that. So it's the creme de la creme of the aircraft add-ons for Flight Simulator. There's other ones that do a very good job too, but PMDG kind of sets the standard as far as that goes.
You know, another one that sets the standard is the Majestic.
Yeah, I've heard.
Prop.
Yeah, the Q400.
That's totally immersion. You really have to work at that one.
Yeah, so Majestic did a really good job with that. I'd like to get my hands on that at some point. They're finally, I just saw in Frugal's news show, they're going to be releasing the P3D V4 64-bit version here pretty soon. So that way, take advantage of all that.
That should be amazing. And 64-bit.
Yeah, I would imagine. So, hope that answers your question.
I didn't think they were going to upgrade the Q400. That's great to hear.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I guess people have been calling for it for a while, and on the October 15th show, Frugal just announced that they've announced it's in beta, I think, now for the V4 version.
Oh, so it's probably not far off.
No, probably not. So that's good to know. So that'll make a lot of people happy.
Have to get my hands on that when it comes out then.
Yeah.
Okay, check.
Yeah, 5x5.
Alrighty.
At least it was. Who was that, by the way?
So it's a Proton.
Oh, gotcha. You're cutting in and out a little bit, so I don't know if it's the way your push to talk is doing or whatever it is, but just know that you were there at first really good, but then it's kind of a little choppy.
Yeah, on the internet, it's really windy today, and so that might affect something.
Ah, okay. All right. So my Bulldogs are playing tonight, so I don't have to worry about that for a while. I'm going to the game next week, and that's back in Fresno. They're playing UNLV. University of Nevada, Las Vegas, so that'll be interesting. We'll see how they do. They clobbered New Mexico when I went to the game this last week, so hoping for more like that. But yeah, what's going on here? Has anyone seen there's a video that's been going around Facebook. It's a 6-year-old, I think. I think it's in Emirates, or it's a who is it? Maybe it's not Emirates. It's one of those. It's Emirates or it's Etihad Airbus aircraft, and he's like super into airplanes. So he's like pointing out all the systems and what they do. It's adorable to watch, but it's amazing how much he actually knows. Just scrolling through Facebook here for a second, it popped up on my timeline again. Thought it's burning hair for a second. Oh, something sent me. Oh, Tim's sending me things. Oh, here we go. Let's see here. OpenZ. Big file. All right, I'll let that download. All right, so how's your guys' weekend going?
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. There's 60 megs or whatever for a checklist. That's a good detailed checklist, I guess.
That's the expanded.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, that'll be cool. I'll see how that compares to the. Is this from one of your sources, or is this PMDG?
Well, this is the official.
That's what I thought.
Ones that we use, yeah. I've been sitting there scanning it in.
Okay, that's why you were busy. Yeah, yeah. While I was getting lost in Orlando. See what happens when you look away, Tim. See what happens.
Nice train wreck.
Yeah, right. We could do that too. I have a train simulator.
Which one do you have? The Train Sim World or the Train Simulator?
I have the, I think it's just Train Simulator. I've actually thought about getting that Train Sim World one because that looks really good. I've had
That's excellent. I've actually got a boat.
Really? Yeah, I've had a train simulator since Microsoft Train Simulator from way back in the day, and then when they came out with the one on Steam a few years ago, I went ahead and got it, and those are pretty fun.
I did like your pictures from the open house.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun actually. I couldn't get any of the cockpit of the fighters because they wouldn't allow us to take pictures for obvious reasons. but it was a good time. There was a lot of people there too. It was they had several thousand people out at that. It was a good showing, which was good. It was a good showing too. So for those of you in chat and on TeamSpeak, how is your weekend going so far? We're for me, it feels like I'm halfway through the weekend because Friday starts my weekend, but I know it's just the beginning for most of you. How is life going?
I just woke up.
You did? Wait, what time zone are you in?
I'm West Coast.
Oh, okay. All right.
I woke up, I think, right as about 11:30, so right as you were starting the stream.
Oh, okay. What? Where on the West Coast?
Washington.
Oh, okay. Like near Seattle, or are you over more like Spokane?
I'm a little south of Seattle.
Oh, south of Seattle. Okay. I've got a friend of mine who lives up in Bangor, up there across the Sound from Seattle. He's actually getting ready to get out. He's in the Navy. He's stationed on the Alabama submarine.
So if he's at Bangor, he's on his sub.
Yeah. So we went up there last August for Friends and Family Day and got to tour ended up being the Kentucky, I think it was. We were supposed to see his sub, but it got called back out to duty because the Louisiana got hit by the barge that supplies it or something, and so there was down, and it was a whole kind of mess. It was like a week before we were supposed to go. They almost canceled Friends and Family Day because of it, and so we're kind of disappointed, but they decided to pull in the, I think it was the Kentucky for us to check out, which is another Ohio class nuclear submarine. So that was a really cool experience.
Is that a boomer or an attack sub?
That's a boomer.
Is it a boomer, or was it one of the conversions that they converted to a guided missile sub?
Yeah, it's an Ohio class. It was originally Ohio class, which is a boomer.
Well, yeah, but they the first, I think, 6 or 8 of the Ohios, they actually converted to SSGNs, and they replaced the ballistic missiles with basically a bunch of Tomahawks.
Oh yeah, no, this isn't one of those. So this was the it wasn't SSGN. It was what's the boomer one?
SSBN.
SSBN. Yeah, that's it.
Want to hear a story?
Sure.
Surprised you got going one of those.
So, I was in my solo today, and I took off, and the wind was supposed to pick up around like 28 knots during round 12, but I was only going to fly to like 11. But it came around 2 hours earlier, and so I went over to an airport next to where I fly out of, did some touch and goes around there, and winds got really bad, so went over to Animus where I fly out of, and I tried 3 times landing, could not do it. Had full right rudder pushed in, I was still drifting to the left, and so I went over to Durango and had to deviate over there. So tomorrow I'm gonna have to fly back to Animus.
So this is in the sim or in real life?
This is real life.
Oh,
so,
good.
Well.
Oh, wow. Goodness.
You have to learn how to slip instead of crab.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I was...
They don't teach that as much anymore.
Really? I remember them teaching me how to do the slip. That was a lot of fun. That was a trip.
I remember I cross-controlled the 757 and the first officer was going to have kittens.
Yeah, my flight instructor taught me that, but I think it was safe to deviate over to Durango because it was a complete headwind, so the direct crosswind, because Animus is runway of 19er, and the winds were coming from 270 at like 28 knots.
Oh, good grief. That's a serious crosswind component.
buried.
Ollie, yes, I do use a yoke and throttle and rudder pedals. They're all CH products. So I've got the CH throttle quadrant, the CH yoke, and the CH rudder pedals. I think if I was to do it again, I would go ahead and I'd keep the yoke and throttles, but I think I'd go with the Sci-Tech rudder pedals. I got to experience them at Flight Sim Con, and I think they're a little bit better. They've got the ability to do tension. The way they're laid out is just a little bit nicer. So if I had to recommend rudder pedals, I think I'd recommend those. But I do recommend the CH yoke and the throttles.
Yeah, I've flown both the CH and the Sci-Tech. I do like the Sci-Tech better all the way around. Actually, I had to replace my yoke, and I like the throttle quadrants on the that come with the Sci-Tech.
Yeah, my only thing with the Sci-Tech throttles, the throttles are nice. I just don't like having to, because you have to kind of modify them. Otherwise, they start at the horizontal position and go up 90 degrees to the straight up position, which is a little awkward feeling. I like it. I like it better a little bit more at a 45, kind of more 45-ish from that position, which is what CH gives me. And then my only thing with the Sci-Tech, I like the feel of the Sci-Tech yoke, but there was a weird kind of sticking detent point in the neutral part of the yoke where you're trying to push through, and I don't know, maybe it was just the yoke that they had at Flight Sim Con that had a glitch with it or something. I don't know, but it just didn't feel very smooth going through neutral position. It made it kind of awkward to try and do that. So
some guys do a mod on their Sci-Tech, so maybe you're on a modded Sci-Tech.
That could have been. So
yeah, check YouTube. They'll show you how to do the mod with rubber bands and stuff. It's kind of weird.
Interesting. King Poet, how's it going, man? Let's see. This is FSX Steam Edition ICBM. Speaking of boomers. Who's making weird noises on TeamSpeak?
Yeah, I hear that too.
Who is making the noises? Okay, pull up the charts for Luxembourg. Let's see what we're going to be doing in there. What's the weather like in Luxembourg right now? Let's find out.
Echo Lima Lima X-ray airport information Papa 1920 Zulu weather wind 197 at 10 visibility 10 sky condition 1500 scattered 3000 scattered temperature 10 dew point 9 QNH 1015 advise an initial contact you have information Papa Echo Lima Lima X-ray airport.
Alright, so 197 at 10. Let's take a look at the... Yeah, so they were estimating we were going to be doing runway 24, and that sounds about right. So let's look at the approach for that. We're doing the... What are we doing? Oh no, 4K, there we go. Yeah, good to have you back, King Poet. I'm glad to see you. Sorry to hear that the school's being stressful for you, but hopefully get that sorted out.
It's not so much as a slideshow anymore.
Yes, exactly. We fixed that problem. That was, for whatever reason, my OBS stopped being able to communicate directly with YouTube without doing that. So I'm actually running through another site. It's uploading the stream to that site, and that site's communicating with YouTube. So it's going through a third party, and it solved the problem. So Go figure. But
do any of you fly for virtual airlines by any chance?
I do. I fly for Westwind Virtual Airlines.
I do too.
And you said you do too, Tim. Are you referring to an actual virtual airline, or are you referring to your actual airline?
The virtual.
Okay.
Though at times the actual airline seems to be virtual too. I just hate it when my quarterback is the leading rusher on the team.
No, that's not usually that good. Who are you guys?
No, we only got
talking
one.
about college or
We're playing Indiana.
Oh, okay.
so we're talking about college.
Yeah. Yeah, his Michigan is playing Indiana. My Bulldogs are playing San Diego tonight. So.
That would be my Michigan State, not Michigan.
Sorry, Michigan State.
I really don't watch college football. I usually stick to NFL. I really haven't gotten into college football at all much.
Yeah, I don't watch a lot of college football except when it comes to my Bulldogs. So otherwise, I'm watching the NFL more than likely.
What's your favorite team for them?
My favorite team is Jacksonville, who we're playing Indianapolis actually tomorrow. So we'll see how they do. They should have a pretty good shot. Indianapolis is kind of poo right now without Andrew Luck. So
I know that feeling.
Yeah, my Skins are playing the Eagles.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Rodgers is out for I think the rest of the season, right?
Up to 8 weeks.
Yeah, 8 weeks. He should be back. He should be back for a Carolina game.
Okay.
If he comes back at all.
Yeah.
8 weeks is basically the rest of the season.
I know, right? Yeah, he could pull an Andrew Luck. You know, they kept telling us he was going to be back for preseason, and he's going to be back for week 1, and he's still not back.
Eagles have been killing it for the past, couple weeks, yeah.
The Eagles?
Nobody expected them to be doing that good. Yeah, the Eagles.
Yeah, that sucks for me because I've got there's a kid at my church. He's adorable. He's I think he's 11 or something like that. He's a Eagles fan, and so every time he sees me, he's just like, "How about them Eagles?" It's like, oh gosh. So I need them to do badly so I can trash talk him.
Anyone hear about that Ezekiel Elliott system?
Oh goodness, that guy just needs to shut up and take his punishment already.
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying, and I'm saying the same thing.
Yeah, the more he makes a big hay of it, the more it's a story, the more he's becoming synonymous with being a wife beater. That's all that's going to happen.
He's trying to overrule it again, so...
Yeah, all he's doing, because they're gonna enforce it eventually, and it's gonna happen when they're going to the playoffs or something, and then he's not gonna be there for that, and it's just dumb. Just get it out of the way, do it, and get it behind you.
Get it out of the way, do it. Elliott, they're not going to get anywhere close to the playoffs.
Yeah, well, if they're not. If Elliott's not careful, they're not going to have him at all. So.
Moose, after I landed at FBO, watching some planes coming in, I saw this citation come in. I was surprised that the front nose gear did not go through the cockpit because this dude let the nose down so hard and bounced it at least 4 times. It was so heavy.
Good grief. The Flying Man, hey, welcome to the stream.
I wish there was an add-on that made FSX the full AI and better, make it look more realistic, but you can't ask for too much.
No, you can't. But yeah, that would be kind of cool because it is kind of
on a 32-bit system.
Yeah.
Back in 10 years ago, that would be amazing.
It would have been amazing, yes.
They land hard as rock. I just watch them sometimes when I'm just flying, and oh my god, I would hate to be a passenger.
They do tend to plan it. Yeah, I got up early this morning, ended up flying Atlanta O'Hare.
In your 7.5?
Yeah, the 717 again.
Oh, okay.
Because I hate the 7.5.
That's right, because it's, yeah, poo by, yeah.
The cabin sim is just...
Oh, that's interesting.
So that's the first time running across a female controller at VATSIM.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's a rarity, I guess. Could you give me your opinion about my channel? I just began YouTube. Okay, Flying Man, I will go check that out. Do me a favor when this is over, because I don't see chat after the thing closes. Hey, JetBlue, hold your mic for a second. I don't see chat after the stream closes. So when it's over, if you can comment actually in the comment section. That way I can make sure I go check out your channel and see. I can't do it right now, obviously, because I'm flying. But yeah, I'd be happy to do that. Okay, same thing, good deal. Now the key is to figure out where in here.
What's our time en route?
Time en route. Let's see. We are looking at 9. Just over an hour. Just over an hour left.
Okay, I'll be back. I'm just gonna be gone for a little bit.
Okay, sounds good. Flying Man, how long is it like? Yeah, just ask that question. What TV? Oh. Okay, so what I was looking for, we figured out where the transition altitude needs to be for the 7.3. I don't know if there's a place in here for that as well. But let's find out.
I suspect it's in the same place.
Well, it's laid out a little differently on this one than it is the... Because the other one was in...
Descent forecast.
Descent forecast, right. Is that in here or is that in... let's progress. Let's position left. No, it's... There's the sun forecast. Hey, yep, there you go. Look at that. Bingo. Oops. Oh. That's not what I wanted to do. It's amazing how many frames you lose with the mouse and the screen. Good grief.
Yeah, PMDG will do that.
Yeah, it does it quite badly too.
Yeah, the 717 will do that too if you have it on the screen.
Mm-hmm. Well, Flight Sim in general does it, but yeah, so you notice it more in the complex aircraft stuff.
Never noticed it with the A2A.
Must not be complex enough.
That is an incredible sim. Have you tried it?
I have not. I have not. I've heard good things, but I've never tried it.
Yeah, they did a great job on the Cessna 172.
Oh, that's good.
I love flying a 172. That's a good airplane just to tool around in.
Mm-hmm.
Sim or otherwise. You're almost done with your second document.
Oh, goody. What are you scanning now?
The expanded pre-flight, so it tells you not only what you're looking at, but why you're looking at it.
Oh, okay. In fact, this one should have. Oh no, it did download. That's right. I found it down, so I'm gonna get it on my tablet now instead of my phone.
Yeah, on your phone it's gonna be.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know what it was at first, so I just clicked on it on my phone to preview it. I went, oh, that was a mistake. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Well, it's nothing, Indiana and Michigan State.
Hmm.
What typical Big Ten game?
Yeah, is it still first quarter? Or?
Yeah, 4 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Okay.
So all they had was the F-15 at the open house?
No, they had the F-15 and 16. I don't know. Maybe I didn't get.
Oh yeah, I saw the yeah, you did say have one with the up the tailpipe of the 16.
Yeah, looking up the butt with its little spoilers deployed. And then they had they didn't have them at the show at the open house, but the Marines have some 18 stationed there across the field, and so they did a combined takeoff and then flyby with the 15s at one point, which was pretty cool.
Is that a reserve component?
I'm not sure. I mean, we've got Lemoore Naval Air Station not far from us, about 40 minutes or so from Fresno, driving. And so they come over here a lot. I don't know if they've got them stationed here per se, or if they just bring them over here and do some operations out of here occasionally. They park them over on a pad over by the cargo area where FedEx and UPS sit. There's kind of the next pad over. But there is.
Okay, they don't have a dedicated ramp to them then.
I don't think so. I think they're just I think they just come in at different times and use it to fuel up and sit here and do things. So
that's odd.
It is kind of odd, but they're here every so often. But mostly it's the 15s and the 16s that we see coming out of here. And then we had a big C-17 takeoff Friday right as I was leaving work. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I was down at Charleston, West Virginia, down at Charlie West, and they had their open house, and they had C-130s, C-17, and then they brought in a C-5A from Martinsburg.
Oh, nice.
That's
yeah, that is true. I love the C-5. It's such a cool aircraft.
Did you ever see the music video that is a C-5A crew? Jepson did it. Can't remember the name of the song, but it is funny.
Interesting. No, I don't think I have.
I can find it for you.
There you go. Flying Man, sorry, I missed your question there. How do you make thumbnails? So I do. I'll take a picture, stock image of FSX in either cockpit or outside the aircraft, and then I have a. I've got a template that I put together. I do it all in Photoshop. So, I mean, you can obviously use any kind of graphic editing program to do it, and just overlay text on it. And I have a specific size that I set it to. I don't recall what that size is now off the top of my head. It's a large size because YouTube will scale it down, so that way it works on the thumbnail size. You used to look at what YouTube's size restriction is on the thumbnail shot. I think it's set to be basically the same resolution size as my video, I think. And then I upload that to the live stream for YouTube. So it's simple enough. YouTube will also grab automatically a thumbnail, some pictures from your stream or from your video, and you can use that as a thumbnail. Now it won't have title and text over it. You'd have to do that, manually. But so I think there's some people that just do that, but that's what I do, because I like to customize it to make sure that way I get the title nice and in there in the thumbnail. Makes it look more professional, in my opinion. Offering Khan, how's it going, man? Good to see you. So guys, again, if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate it. Again, you can also donate to the channel in a number of ways. You can do that through being a sponsor. You can do that with Super Chat, and you can also use the link in the description below to donate via Streamlabs. Either way, I appreciate it. Juan, whose college funded supports, appreciates it. That's our tow driver, if you haven't been around here long enough to know what that is. I don't actually have a guy named Juan that I'm supporting. But it's kind of our little joke. But anyway, if you feel so inclined, it's not required, but it is always appreciated if you do that. So yeah. I do not have X-Plane at the time. I have P3D and I have FSX Steam. I probably will get X-Plane at some point. Don't know when. Right now, the first thing on the docket is I'm going to upgrade my sim, my computer, my sim computer. So that's the first thing to go. But yeah, at a certain point, I probably will get X-Plane. What on earth was that? It sounded horrifying. Right, we got about 50 minutes or so left in the flight. Let's see, how far are we from top of descent? I don't know. I thought it told me on this thing. Maybe not. Well, we're 392 miles from Luxembourg itself. Let's see if we can zoom this out to... Oops. There's top descent. So that's 320. So it's about 280 or so. It's about 280 miles from top descent, give or take. Quality wings. Wait, when will the quality wing? Yeah, quality wings is out. 787 got released a few weeks ago, so it's out. It's available. It's I want to say it's around $60 or $70. It might be 69. So it's a little pricey, but hopefully that's because it's good. It looks good. I've seen a few videos on it so far, and it looks really good. We'll see what it actually turns out to be. I plan to get that at some point. You do need a good computer to really have any good flight simulator, because they take a toll. I mean, you just the amount of graphics you're trying to push through it, and you need smoothness at the same time. Just trying to render a lot of scenery, a lot of complex polygons with the cockpits and things, and so it takes a decent computer to do it. The key is to know what kind of sim you're going to get will dictate kind of where the performance needs to be in your PC. So if you're talking like the prepared or flight simulator, like Microsoft Flight Simulator X, Dovetail Flight Simulator X, whatever you want to call it at this point, you're looking at a very processor-heavy sim. It does not rely on the GPU to do a lot of the computations nearly as much as it does the processor. So if you spring for the GTX 1080 Ti and you get a poo processor, it doesn't matter how good that graphics card is, you're not going to get good frames. You're not going to get good performance. P3D, especially the V4, is doing a better job of taking some of that burden off the processor and utilizing the GPU a bit better. But it still is a very processor-heavy sim. X-Plane, I think, does a better job of distributing that load to the graphics card. So getting a better graphics card and not relying as heavily on the processor will probably benefit you more with an X-Plane sim. I'm not entirely sure on that, but that's just good to know. And especially with FSX, it doesn't really do multi-core, so you want to focus more on single core performance rather than, oh, I've got a 16-core, processor, but it's only 2.3 gigahertz per core. You're going to get 2.3 gigahertz performance. That's because it's just looking at one core. It's not utilizing all those cores because it wasn't designed to use multi-core, because multi-core wasn't a big thing when FSX came out. So X-Plane, I would think, does a better job of utilizing over multiple cores because it's more recent. But again, that's not exactly sure on that. As far as the 747-8 from PMDG, I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I know that was their plan, was to, once they released the 7.4 version 3, to eventually come out with the 8. And I don't know the time frame. I mean, with PMDG, you never know the time frame because they don't tell you. But I haven't really heard any murmurings or any previews or anything like that. So I don't know. I would assume they're working on it, but I don't know. I don't, unfortunately, have an inside track with that. I'd love to, but I don't. I really want to know what they're, aside from the 8, because I feel like that's a minor project by comparison, because it's not, yeah, it's some model tweaks and some flight characteristic tweaks, but it's not, I mean, it's still the 747 at the end of the day. The cockpit pretty much is going to be very similar, if not the same. So I don't know that there's a whole lot of work to be done with it, comparatively speaking. That's why it's going to be kind of just an upgrade to the existing 7.4. I'm curious to know what their next big project is going to be. If they're going to be going after something they haven't done before, like a 5.7 or a 6.7 or something like that, or if they're going to be retooling the MD-11 like they did with the 747.
I wonder if they're going to do the 737 MAX.
I don't know. That would not surprise me, but I have not heard. I was kind of poking around their forum to try and see if there was any hint of what they were working on next, and I couldn't find anything. Because I was curious to know what their next project is, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, I know they're reworking the Jetstream or whatever it is, their first one.
Oh, you talking about the J41?
I think that's it. Whatever the twin prop airliner was.
Yeah, it was J41. Yeah.
I know that's getting reworked.
Oh, it is. Okay, interesting. So yeah, at this point they might just be doing a bunch of reworks on kind of existing platform, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't think there's an Aerosoft A330. I think it's just the 318, 19, 20, and 21. There's not a whole lot of really good Airbus options out there. There's the FS Labs A320, and there's the Aerosoft family 18, 19, 20, 21. But beyond that, there's not a lot of good stuff for Airbus, and I think part of that has to do with the fact that the complexity of their fly-by-wire system really takes a advanced kind of company to do it right and do it well. But I don't. Beyond that, I don't know the reason why the Airbus just hasn't gotten a lot of love from the third-party sim guys. The good stuff anyway. I mean, you can always find cheap. You know, hey, look, I made this model and threw in a virtual cockpit, and it looks like an A330, but it doesn't fly like one. You know, you can get those easily, but those are poo to fly. So why would you want to? Do you know any good flight sim? Well, I am partial to FSX and Prepared because that's what I've been using for a long time, and it is. I mean, for its age. It is a good flight sim. I mean, X-Plane's a good flight sim too. It just kind of depends on what you're looking for in the aircraft you can fly in it, because that's the big thing.
FSX has a lot of add-ons that you use to make it look even better. So.
Correct. Yeah, FSX has been around so long now that there's tons of add-ons for it, and you can tweak it in so many ways. And it's also been around so long that you can get systems that will run it pretty stinking well because the technology has advanced so far beyond where it was when FSX came out. X-Plane is a great sim too, but like I said, with if you're looking to fly PMDG aircraft, the only one you can fly with X-Plane right now is the DC-6 because that's the only one they've made for it so far. So. So depending on what you're wanting to do, what you're wanting to fly, how you like the looks of the interfaces and stuff like that, it just depends. X-Plane is touts that its flight dynamics are a lot more realistic, and it's very possible that that's true. So if you really want to kind of fly the airplanes and really get the flight dynamics really good, I guess X-Plane is the way you should go with that. But the other ones, I mean, it's not like FSX and Prepared are just, their flight dynamics are completely unrealistic either. So they may not be as tuned as well, but they're, they're not made up either. So you have an FSX, but you can't install a plane. I don't understand, like any add-on aircraft. How are you trying to do it? I guess would be the question. And Laws, what PC do I have? I have it's a PC of my own invention. Excuse me. Oof. Okay. I need to get more sleep. I don't buy stock PCs because those are usually poop. So I built my PC. I've built my own computer since I was in junior high. And so it's what they call a white box. It's my own component. So if you want to see what's in that, what kind of parts I use and stuff like that, if you type in !specs, NightBot will show you what I'm running under the hood, so to speak. Seem to have a fairly sizable delay on the, well, it's about maybe 20 seconds or so from what I'm saying to the actual video stream. So that's not too bad. I've seen better. That's not too bad. So guys, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Got to get those numbers up. The more people that see the videos, the more people, potential subscribers we can get, the more likes we can get, the more people will hopefully see the video, things like that. So it just helps get those views up, it gets the community bigger, and it makes it more fun. Because the more people we've got around, the more fun it is to fly and share that. Ooh. We are turning. That wing flex on the 7.4, that's good.
Oh, this is always good. No other departing aircrafts at the runway you're going to be departing at. First in line.
That's always nice indeed. What's always fun is when FSX...
there's like 3 arrival aircrafts.
Yeah. Well, the really fun one is when you, when due to the winds or whatever it is, you take off the runway, and for some stupid reason FSX has decided that the opposite runway is the default, and so all the AI planes are taking off into you, which is fun. Had that happen before.
Never seen that happen, but I want to now.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
But there's a Boeing 737 at Southwest, maybe? Yes, Southwest.
Gotcha. Kelsey, yeah, so how's your headache doing? Hope you're starting to feel a little bit better. Got like a migraine going on today or something? You said it's allergy related? So that sucks. Whereabouts in the country are you, by the way, Kelsey? If you don't mind, just curious. I like to know where people are. It's one of the fascinating things about the internet and this, you know, what the internet is allowed to do as far as community, because you get people from all over the world, you know, chiming in and talking and watching the same thing, enjoying the same thing. It's just cool. I mean, we had a guy in here a little bit ago from Kenya. I mean, you almost can't get any farther around the world from where I am currently than that. I mean, it's just like, I've had guys on here from Dubai and England and the Netherlands and Sweden and then right here in the United States, all over the United States, the East Coast, West Coast, Kushan, what's his name's up in Washington, and Tim's over in Chicago area. It's just cool. Rhode
Island's a nice hike too.
Rhode Island is a nice hike. There we go. So Kelsey's from Rhode Island. So yeah, right on the opposite coast from where I am. So
hey, can I give you something to do Sunday night?
Sure.
8 o'clock my time, which is central, which would be like I have no idea what you.
It would be 6 o'clock. Yep, 6 o'clock.
Yeah, got friends of mine who do a podcast on Simple Flight Radio.
Okay.
Out of Milwaukee Airport. They're pretty good. But they're talking to Colleen Pettit, who is a what is she now? I think she's moving up to the 777 as a first officer. Anyway, she was an instructor on the 747-400, and their show on Sunday night is going to be all about the retirements of the 744s.
Oh. Okay. What's the name of the show? Yeah, what's the name of the podcast again?
Simple Flight Radio.
6 p.m. All right, I'll check that out. That's a podcast, you said, right?
Well, it's live at that time, but you can go into their archive and grab stuff. And they do a lot of really cool shows on general aviation stuff.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
You know what I love? When ATC tells you to hold short for a plane that's so far away you can depart over the whole airport.
Yeah, that's default ATC for you. My favorite of default ATC was always when they had the they've got you on final approach, and they make your final like 30 miles out. They start you on your final approach, and they vector you all around nonsense to get you lined up 30 miles away from the airport. And then at about 10 miles out from the airport, 3 miles in front of you, you see this AI traffic cut right in front of you, per ATC, of course, and then get their landing clearance. So they're now 3 miles in front of you, and there's no way you're going to be able to land behind them without having to go around. And it's like, what the heck? You know, you couldn't bring me in that close. Like, you had to do, you know, weigh the snot out here, and then you bring him in. It's just dumb. Gravity wants to spice the flight up with engine failure. Oh, Gravity. Crazy, crazy man.
Engine failure to 7.4 isn't that big a deal.
It's really not, yeah. It's like, oh, okay, a little asymmetric thrust on the one side, and big stinking deal. Encrypted pilot, hey, haven't seen you in a while. How's it going?
I've actually had that happen.
Engine out on a 4?
Yeah, 747-200 coming out of San Francisco.
Oh, really?
We were heading to Minneapolis, so we're lightweight on fuel, or 747 at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just shut it down, and everybody took turns hand flying it to see what it would feel like, and we're like, well, this is kind of anticlimactic.
Right?
Oh, this is a beautiful sight.
Right?
A parallel landing. JetBlue is on 25 left. U.S. Airways Express is on 25 right.
What airport are you at right now?
Las Vegas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the other fun one for that is San Francisco, the 28 left and right. You get the parallel landings a lot.
Oh yeah, I'm actually heading there from this flight, all the way to San Francisco from Las Vegas.
Oh, cool. What aircraft are you flying?
Airbus A320.
Oh, okay. Encrypted, are you still exiled out there in the deserts of California, or are you back to your base in Carolina? Still in Cali, all right. Man, got you out there for a while. I thought I turned this on. Not that it seems to matter.
I need to start flying over to the West Coast more. It's a beautiful sight when you do it.
It really is. It is beautiful over here, I tell you. We've got, I mean, it's just the difference of terrain in such a small area. You've got the mountain ranges in the Sierra Nevadas to the coastal area, the valley. You've got the deserts down in Southern California and the basin over in the south of Las Vegas and Las Vegas area, up to the Bay Area, Northern California. I mean, you just get so many different terrain types and environments in such a small area. It's cool. You know, you go out to the plains and it's just flat forever, which is nice if you like flat, but there's no variation there really. You know, you go to the East Coast.
Look at my you go to the East Coast. My picture when you click on my thing in TeamSpeak, I was like right over. I think it was Utah.
Oh, okay.
And, oh my God, it was just beautiful. The clouds, the sunset.
Cryptopilot thinks so. Southern California sucks. Maybe the part you're in, but you just don't understand California encrypted. So I'll keep it. You can go back. Gemini Jets, welcome back, sir. Good to have you here. Yep, Gemini, we're going to Luxembourg. There's top of descent. So we're about about 100 miles or so from top of descent. So we're getting close. Another 40 miles or so. We'll get the weather one more time, and then we'll brief the approach.
I just took off of a 6 degree climb.
Nice.
Well, petrol 60 there. I was looking for the word.
Yeah. Odin Bull, you're talking about like specified routes that are good to fly. I mean, there's, you know, it kind of depends on what you're looking for. Are you looking for more? Are you looking for challenges? Are you looking for scenic? Are you looking? I mean, kind of what are you looking for? If you're looking for scenic, I would suggest do some like coastal stuff. Either, you know, you can do stuff up by Washington State or the west coast of California. Some Florida area is really nice for some good tropical scenic stuff. If you're wanting challenging, then I would do stuff like there's the approach into Reagan National over in DC. I hear the approach into, I think it's Eagle. It's a Vail up in Colorado is got a good challenging approach to it.
You like Kai-Tak?
Kai-Tak, yeah. If you want to fly into the closed Hong Kong airport, the checkerboard approach, that's a nice challenging approach. So yeah, it just kind of depends on what you're looking for, but there's some options for you.
Yes, I'm on my phone. My computer's a bit more preoccupied at the moment.
Why, hello, sir.
Yes, I just had to join you on TeamSpeak.
Well, happy to see you again.
As always.
Even though you're trapped in my state.
The only good thing about this state is the Union Pacific rivers. That's it.
I think you're in the wrong part of the state.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Union Pacific to get the big boy back and functioning.
Oh yeah, right. Speaking of Union Pacific,
oh yes,
there was I think it was Union Pacific. They did a like an Armed Forces tribute livery for one of their locomotives. It looked really nice, really cool.
Yep, it's SC-70 ACE number 1943.
There you go.
Named the Spirit, named after a famous World War II B-17 called underneath the same name.
Yeah. All right.
I saw Challenger. That was pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
Union Pacific has, I believe it's 39 something is the Challenger still around. The big boy that they're restoring still, and UP 844.
Yeah, I was on the ramp, what do you call it, the railroad station platform.
Yeah.
Went by at Winfield, Illinois, and you could actually feel the earth and the crust as it went by. It was incredible.
Oh gosh. Yeah, those things are massive. Yeah, just there's nothing like a good old steam engine, I tell you. Let's see if our weather's changing any here.
Echo Lima, X-ray, airport information, Tango 1950, Zulu, weather, wind 217, at 9, visibility 10, sky condition, few clouds at 1,500, temperature 10, 2.9, QNH 1014, advise on initial contact and ground information, Tango, Echo Lima, X-ray, airport information.
No, not too much, it's pretty close to the same before. Altimeter's dropped a degree.
Well, Michigan State's down 3-0.
Sorry, say that again, Tim?
Michigan State is now losing 3-0, coming up to the second.
Yeah. Well, at least it's only by 3. That's an easy easy to overcome.
Yeah, it's a typical Big Ten game though.
Yeah. So guys, don't forget, if you want to find out when I'm streaming, I mean, first of all, we typically the stream time is on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Thursday nights about 6 usually. Fridays is usually a little mid-afternoon Pacific time. These are all Pacific times, by the way. Around anywhere from 2 to 3, 2 to 3 to 4, somewhere in there. And then Saturdays typically around 11 a.m. is the goal. Thursdays are for American Truck Sim, and Fridays and Saturdays are Flight Simulator. But you can always get updates on when we are flying and if we're flying or if we're streaming and what times by subscribing to either the Facebook page, the Twitter page, or the Instagram. And those are all Flying Moose 83 is the handle on all those. No just Flying Moose 83. You'll see that down in the scroll bar at the bottom. So if you want to do that, you can follow on those. You can follow on all 3, or you can just follow on one if you have a preferred platform you like to do. I will post other things and pictures occasionally. There's a picture of me, for those of you that like the face reveal thing, on one of those platforms. I think it's Twitter and Facebook. I don't know if Instagram has it, because I don't think I had Instagram when I did that originally. But yeah, so you can follow along that way, and I usually try to give you guys an update about an hour before, so at the very latest, that yes, we are going to stream at such and such a time. And the reason I wait is because the way my life works, there's a lot of things that come up at the last minute, and so I don't want to tell you guys a day in advance, hey, we're going to stream at this time, and then I have to go and change it or cut it completely. I don't like to do the whole bait and switch thing as much as I can, so so you guys kind of know the routine of where it should be, and then if it is going to be that or it changes, I'll let you know. But oh, Instagram does have it. Okay. Alabama's winning 7-0 against Tennessee, according to Kelsey. All right, thanks for that update.
You know, in flight we do get the scores.
I know you do, and I know this because I was listening. This was back when they still had the ATC available on the headsets for the flight on most planes. We were flying a United 757 back from Denver to LA on a Sunday, and so obviously all the NFL teams were playing. And so I was listening to the ATC because I'm a nerd, and they were constantly talking back and forth, the pilots between other pilots in the air and ATC getting scores for the game, various games. It was pretty funny.
Well, we'll get it set up on the ACARs too.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
I'll send you one again.
Just flying Addison this year, it's like you have How the initial contact you have, Zulu? Alabama is losing 7-0.
That's funny. Gemini, yeah, we had Sun Country came in here to Fresno yesterday, actually, to take the Bulldogs down to San Diego. I saw them. I was looking at the Flight Radar, and they were on approach into Fresno around, I think it was about 10 o'clock or so, and coming to take, because we don't, obviously Sun Country doesn't fly in here for normally, so it's a charter flight to take the Bulldogs down to San Diego. They've got a kind of cool livery, Sun Country does. Gemini Jet says hi to you, Tim.
Hey, Gemini, how you doing?
Yeah, 747M. Yeah, I've got a ATC radio as well that that I can use on the ground and stuff. It's actually, I've had it for years. I think I was in high school and I got the thing. It's probably time to get a new one because I think it's dying slowly, but it still works for now. Bingy Bingo, hello. How are you, sir? Not quite yet. Top of descent's in about 40 miles, which means we need to start the approach brief. And so let's go ahead and do that. I've got it all set up here, so we can. Just need to verify here that I don't have correct. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this down real quick before I start this, just so we don't have any issues with hitting it before we do that. Our initial approach altitude is 3,000. We don't really have any altitude restrictions on this approach, so I'm just going to go ahead and set it down to that so it can follow the plan all the way down. Yeah, it's not Moose, Biggie Bingo. My real name is Mike, so it does start with an M, though, so there you go. Alright, so current weather we just got. I'm actually going to get it one more time because I wanted to make sure I got all the details right, so let's listen to that one more time.
Lima, X-ray, airport information, Victor 2020, Zulu, weather, wind 207 at 9, visibility 10, sky clear, temperature 10, 2.9, QNH 1015, advise on initial contact if you have information, Victor.
Okay.
Echo, Lima, X-ray, airport information.
So it changed a little bit again. So we're at current information is Victor, winds are 207 at 9. Visibility is 10. Sky's clear now, apparently. So that's kind of gone away. Temperature 10, dew point 9. Altimeter 1015. So we'll set the 1015 for QNH. And it looks like Tim just sent me something again, so I'll look at that here in a moment. Let's see, 1015. Set that up. Come on. There you go. All right, 101.
I actually recently found out, I think it's U.S. Airways that has the football liveries.
Well, there's several that do. Hang on one second. I'm going to finish briefing this, and then we'll get back to that, okay? All right, so we got our altimeter set up there. We're taking the LNO 4 kilo approach into Luxembourg. Basically, that's calling for us to, from the LNO VOR, heading of 159, down to the Dietrich VOR, and from there we're going to go and intercept our approach. So it's a really basic star. The MSA for the area is 3,700 feet, and our transition altitude is going to be 4,500 feet today with Luxembourg. We're going to be planning to come in on runway 24. The ILS for that is 110.7, which we'll have to put into the which it has called up for us. Yes, there we go. So 110.7 and 239 for the ILS is set up there. Decision height is going to be 200 via radio altimeter, so that's set. Radio 200. Weird. What's happening? Channel group changed.
Yeah, I just
give you a
Okay, whatever. Anyway, and then we're going to be using auto brakes 2, which is now set down here as well. This will be a flaps 30 landing, which I need to get the final speed here for that, which is going to be 142 for flaps 30. So we'll put that in there. People moving everything out. Okay, craziness. So that is for runway 24, and it's a pretty straightforward approach into 24 from the from the approach. Again, we don't have any speed or altitude restrictions aside from entering the final approach course at 3,000 feet. On landing, given the temps and the lack of moisture, we're not going to be doing any kind of anti-ice, so we don't need to worry about that. For the landing itself, once we come in, it's a very simple airport, but we'll probably be taking off we'll probably be leaving the runway on Gulf. We'll take Delta 2 if we can do it, which is a high-speed taxiway, but that's about halfway down the field. I don't think we'll be stopped in time, so we are a 747 after all. So probably take Gulf, and that will take us to Bravo. We'll do a right turn onto Bravo. Bravo will take us all the way down to Alpha, and Alpha will take us into the cargo ramp at the far end of the airport. So that'll be our taxi procedure. Should we get that? In the event of a missed approach, we're gonna climb to 3,000 on runway heading to the WLU NDB, and then we're going to turn right to the Dietrich VOR again, climbing up to 4,000 feet, maximum of 250 knots under 10,000 feet, and reset up for the approach. Coming in and out, in and out. Good grief. All right, and I almost forgot for per Tim, the approach plate here is the ILS localizer runway 24 approach plate dated August 25th, 2017.
Did you mention the minimum safe altitude?
I did, 3,700.
Look it up, thanks.
Alrighty. And we have now, looks like, begun our descent. Or about to begin our descent. The engines are spooling back to do that. Who's back?
I'm back.
Colin.
Oh, Colin, I got you. Alright. Cameron McIntosh, hello, sir.
Yeah. If I'm lucky, I hope this wind dies down.
Cameron, this is, oh yeah, it's FSX, someone else told you, so there you go. True Fury, what has 4 letters, sometimes 9, but never has 5? What? Oh dear. People in your riddles, what's up with that? I have no idea.
747.
4 letters. 747 has no letters, those are numbers.
I mean, if you spell it out, 711, I guess it has letters.
I guess, but...
I mean, a 747-400 freighter has letters.
Oh, it has a letter, yes.
So sassy.
I am sassy.
Want to think this hard.
Moose, you know, if you're that sassy, nobody's ever going to wife you up. Don't you want to be a wife someday?
I don't want to be a wife. What is the...
You don't want to have any little moose-eye running around?
Well, okay, let me rephrase that. The way you said it, I do not want to be a wife. That's what I heard. So
exactly, you don't want to be a wife.
I don't. I don't mind having a. I don't mind having a wife. It's
This is weird.
It is getting weird.
Yeah, this is turning south real quick.
It gets weird.
No, this is normal.
It gets weird on landings. I don't know what it is about this, but once the engine starts spooling back, everything gets weird around here.
Because you start being able to hear us.
Yeah, that's true. Carl, elf on a shelf. That's creepy. Sorry, my elf. What? Who? Question. Read it as a statement. Go. Read what is a statement. Well, I can't. You use the word what? Hey, we have traffic now. Finally, look at that. Amazing. So what was it that you... Oh, photo. Fotografia. Oh, nice.
Hey, Moose, do you guys have any clouds over there on the West Coast? Because I'm flying over Vegas and, like, there's nothing.
We do have clouds sometimes, but we also very often have no clouds. So yeah, it's very possible that that it'll be just clear skies. Yeah, there's a lot of smoke actually right now due to the fires up in Northern California and Santa Cruz, so which is unfortunate. But yeah, in fact, looking out my window right now, it looks pretty clear, except for kind of a hazy smoke kind of look to it. But
yeah, that's all I
no
see.
clouds. Yep, that's welcome to the Sunshine State.
If you want clouds, you need to fly farther north.
Yeah.
Washington's kind of cloudy right now, and rainy.
Yeah, Chicago's high overcast with broken, and tomorrow's supposed to be heavy rain.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we had some rain yesterday night, actually. We didn't actually see it. It was like 2 a.m., but we did finally get some rain yesterday. How many miles out? We are, well, we're pretty close now. We're, because we're starting our descent, we're 101 miles out from the airport. So, there you go. Gemini, you got the quality wings nice. That's awesome.
Well, it's 17 Celsius. Altimeter.
Who's playing that?
I don't know. Hearing someone's ATIS.
It sounds like Ace sauce.
So Moose, what are your thoughts of the PMDG 747? Is it worth it?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Compared to the iFly?
I haven't flown the iFly, but this compared to, even just this compared to the original version 747 by PMDG is beautiful. Love this plane. So yes, 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 and yes. Now I say that.
Are you able to fly with that fifth?
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, are you able to fly with that fifth engine?
Fifth engine? Well, like the test bed kind of thing?
No, the ferry one.
Yeah, it's ferry pod.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They use it as a test bed. I think they have that on here. I don't remember. I haven't done it yet.
It's not a test bed. It's a standard operating procedure.
Really?
What it is they put it between engine 2 and the belly. That allows them to ferry one.
Oh, okay. That's just to ferry the engine, not to test it. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Can you fly with the space shuttle on your back?
I don't think they have that variant on here. I think that was also the 200, though. I don't think that was the 400.
I think it was one. There was a 100 and a 200.
Didn't they get rid of it?
Well, yeah, the space shuttle's no more, and so there's no reason for that anymore. But I'm saying when they did it, I think it was a 200.
The all they got now, I think, is the SP.
Oh shoot! I didn't like it.
Yeah, in fact, speaking of the SP, the SP is is NASA. NASA uses that as a the SOFIA, the airborne telescope. Yeah, that was here in Fresno a few weeks ago, doing touch and goes for whatever reason. But it was flying around here.
Probably just point the telescope down to see what's going on in California.
Yeah.
This is my first time ever using a real world weather system. And I'm absolutely loving it.
Nice. What are you using?
FSX-SE. Let me see it.
Oh, okay.
So the two shuttle carriers are both the 747-100s and the 100SR.
Oh, they're 100s. Okay.
Aren't they former American Airlines planes?
Do not think so. I think they're especially built for it.
Yeah, just search up free weather engines and for FSX and you'll see it.
Oh, okay.
Who saw the eclipse?
I did.
Did you stare at it?
I did.
It was so. It was at that level that you could see, look at it without hurting your eyes much.
Totality zone.
It was where I was at. It was so cloudy that it was like having a natural like sun filter. So it's like I got lucky.
Nice.
The clouds just just move out of the way while you're looking at it.
All right, Flying Man, we'll see you next time. Like I said, if you have a chance to put yourself in the comments. That way I remember to go check out your channel. That'll help me, because again, I won't see any of this once the stream is over. So.
Aha, I thought so. The 747 was formerly American Airlines.
Ah. Who's Grinder in TeamSpeak? And do they talk?
I talk.
Yeah. Hello.
There you go. How you doing, sir?
I was just looking at AI planes, and I go to an Alaska Disney World livery.
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. Good to have you with us.
Thanks. Pleasure.
Well, that's interesting. The 747-400SR is from Japanese Airlines.
Huh.
I didn't think they were special built.
Yeah, they're just specially modified.
Yeah.
And did you know the 747 SP used for Sophia is from United?
Oh, really?
A Pan Am plane.
Yep.
Those things are goofy looking.
They are. I've never liked the look of the SP. It just looks wrong. The tail is disproportionately large compared to the rest of the plane.
Yeah, because it gets like really, the way the body is, it's really big, and then it just gets really short, really skinny, really fast.
Yeah, it's just goofy. I've never liked the look of them.
Well, at least you're consistently high on the descent.
I'm not high on the descent, according to this. I'm right on the profile.
That's not what I'm seeing.
Well, you're seeing wrong.
It looks like you are a little high, about 20.
Well, now it's
feet.
catching up.
Like by hardly anything. Like it's not even enough to put the disparity on there. And that's just what the autopilot's doing. So.
Okay, Mr. Sassy Pants.
That's me, Mr. Sassy Pants. Moose Sassy
Like
Pants.
I said, nobody's ever gonna wife you up.
Wife you up. Sounds like a horrible, horrible condition.
What is it, like Fulton Prison get internet access now, or what?
Yeah, right? Exactly. Yeah, Kirian, this is the PMDG 747-400 version 3.
I love the lag.
The time and the...
Now we can fly without using that sim. There's a way of actually group flying.
Really? Well,
I remember when FS10 first came out, that was one of the big things, is you could fly together.
Yes, that's true. There is multiplayer built into FSX, yeah. and in Steam as well. It exists. I did that actually with Encrypted and some other guys at one point. Kirian, thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard, sir. So it can be kind of buggy, unfortunately.
Microsoft.
Yeah, exactly. So then you add in streaming at the same time, it just makes it all worse. Makes it all better. So. Alright guys, as the viewership starts to go up again for landing here, let me remind you, please hit that like button and the subscribe button. Also a reminder that you do have the ability to donate should you choose, not required but always appreciated. A number of different ways you can do that. You can be a sponsor, you can hit that super chat button, or you can use the link in the description below and subscribe and donate via Streamlabs. So either one of those is an option to you. The Streamlabs option will get you recognized on the stream. Your name will come up kind of like a subscription. The sponsorship will get you a special icon look in the chat, and the super chat obviously gives you a thing in the chat. Mr. Duzzy74, thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard, sir. So follow Mr. Duzzy's lead and hit that subscribe button.
For the longest time have I been watching this, I haven't hit that like button.
Well, what have you been doing?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Pilot Colin sitting over here going, I'm okay with the video, but I'm not sure if I just really like it.
Yeah, that's me right here.
Mr. Indecisive over here, I see.
Do me a favor and butter this bread for the landing.
Well, I will do my best.
Actually, Luxembourg's a nice city. It's a good layover.
Yeah.
It's a principality. It's kind of old world, and pretty untouched. But it's also got it's like the second financial center for Europe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of money goes through that little operation.
That's a Phil Fishing. Hello to you, sir.
Well, thank God this is a cargo flight, so we don't have any cabin announcements.
I know, right? That's right. Don't have to worry about that nonsense today.
I remember my first landing with Civil Airlines was Boston to Orlando, I believe, and I got a negative 68 feet per minute landing rate.
Nice.
You landed.
I'm pretty proud of myself. Huh?
What'd you say, Tim?
Must have landed inverted.
Inverted, yeah.
Inverted.
Beautiful countryside.
The winds now in Durango are now gusting at 31 knots.
Wow. It's a nice healthy gust.
Yeah, I kept getting thrown against the side of the plane today when I was like doing my pattern work, so I just get thrown and smack my head right against the wall.
What aircraft are you flying doing your pattern work?
1978's Cessna Skyhawk N.
Okay.
172. Yeah, it's a beautiful aircraft. I think the max winds for it is like 40 to 45, I think. 45.
Okay.
Oh, nope. 50.
You getting that out of the man?
Yeah, actually, just did. Wait a minute, this is the wrong manual. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
All right, Schwarzenegger. Well, we slipped below 10,000 feet. Transition altitude is 4,500 feet.
Goofy.
Right? I always love it when it's the same thing with those weird time zones that are like a half hour different. It's like, why?
$45 knots. Very good for a small aircraft, though.
Yeah, not bad. Oh, just got Tim's preflex. I'm gonna be smart and not put that on my phone this time. So.
Did you look at the picture above it?
Yeah, I did. The air cars.
Yeah, the Super Bowl 8 cars.
Yeah, that was cool. Is that actually? That's just sitting on the. That's just sitting. You got that's like a mobile A cars unit or something? Because it doesn't look like it's bolted in.
No, it's bolted in.
Oh, it is. Oh, now I see the screws. Okay.
It's kind of a retrofit thing.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, that's why it looked weird.
Hey Moose, have you ever had to do an emergency landing on FSX?
Well, yeah, I did it intentionally once with. We had a double engine failure in a 757. We got a video of that actually. That was
my first video I watched of your channel.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a fun day. That was a fun video.
46 likes on this.
Oh, well, that's good.
Already.
We could get some more if you will hit that like button, people. ETA is shortly, Roger Jose. We're coming around toward final here right now as we start to lower the flaps. Drag required. Okay, gotcha. Ask and you shall receive.
Didn't Juan have a nice break?
I think he did. I think he did. Yeah, essentially we'll probably be, well, not quite cold and dark because they got to unload the cargo, so we'll shut down to enough to do that.
Shutting down to cold and dark is not that hard.
No. Just pull the power and pull the battery and done. I know, you asked me to.
ATC was just not recently, but like 30 minutes ago, like asking me to expedite my climb to flight level on 300, and I was freaking out, wondering why, because I was already at 30,000. I found out that my altimeter wasn't set.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Gotta keep getting that set.
Well, that's also the way the air traffic controllers are cue you to do that without embarrassing you.
Right.
Yeah, 3 at the half.
Alright, well, at least you're tied now.
I'm scared of air traffic control.
I love how I see UPS parked at a gate.
UPS parking at a gate. Oh, yeah, in simulator. What you meant in real life.
What's
yeah.
the big loop?
I'm not really sure why that did that, but it's not a. It's just a weird loopy to there. I'm not really sure why the thing is painting it that way. It kind of annoys me when it does that. There's no reason for it.
IFR is foggy.
We're just coming through the little cloud layer here.
Oh look, I actually see
Air Force
clouds.
Crowd 95 joke.
Oh.
I just want to find a way to meet him in multiplayer server one day.
Yeah, actually respond to me on Instagram when I DM'd him.
Oh yeah?
Responded by saying blog it.
Blog it.
Apparently he posts on Twitter when he goes online, but I look Twitter and never see it.
Say drag required, then you yell at me for having my spoilers out. Make up your mind.
Well, it's gonna yell at you if you get your spoilers out and the flaps down.
Right.
I can't do both.
Trending flaps side.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, Kaleido's alive and the Blaster's alive.
Yep.
I crank it over to 45, you don't have any passengers on board.
It's true. What is this down here?
Yeah, looks like we've got the runway.
Yes, we do.
I remember the first time I flew on that sim, I start climbing and all I know is I just like just go like a vertical drop.
Where do you set your throttles at before you kill your auto throttle?
It won't move them when I kill them until I touch them, and so yeah, so I'll usually just pull them back to where it looks like they're about at, so it doesn't do too much of a violent like shift. But
yeah, that's what I do now on the 717 because I had it up and then I pull it back, and 717's overpowered.
Yeah. That would help. Put the gear down. Get ahead of myself.
Oh, you're landing.
For impact.
Moose, I want to see you butter the bread. Let's do it.
You know, in all my years of flying, I have never heard that term.
Butter the bread. Yeah, it's a term that seemed to crop up here very recently on YouTube videos. Because I didn't even hear it until very recently watching aircraft stuff, so I think someone coined it and everyone just jumped on it.
Yeah, I got first off should say that to me. I just tell him to sit there, be
How
quiet.
many years have you been
quiet.
flying?
On the PMDG 74, do you have the option of flipping between the needles and the single queue on Flight Director?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
I have to do it in the FMS, but yeah.
Now everyone, let's take a moment of silence to watch this pair the bread.
Actually, this is tape delayed.
Moose, don't tell us anything about the landing. Just let us see.
Got a little bit below the VREF there. There we go.
Make sure you don't hit the land before the runway. That wouldn't be good.
No, that would not be good.
Easy to do if you aim for the touchdown point because your gear is so far behind you and you're in altitude, attitude.
I hate this lag.
Yeah, because there's my headset up here and the thrust reversers on now. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
You almost lost it right there. I saw that. You have to like go throttle up a bit.
Yeah, we got a little below VREF there. That was not good. But we saved it.
Nice little headwind on the arrival.
Yep.
Ooh, butter.
Alright, so it looks like we will be able to take this right here. What is this guy?
Or that European bird.
What are you planning your next flight to be?
I don't know yet. We'll be leaving. We'll be coming out of Luxembourg. I got a week to decide what it's going to be because we'll be flying again on Friday. So fly out of here in Luxembourg and go somewhere. I'm not sure where. Probably head east a little bit into Europe, maybe southeast. We might go down to.
You should do a nice long haul.
Well, we might go down toward like Athens area or something like that.
Bangkok.
What was that?
Bangkok, Thailand.
Well, we're not going to go that far east. We're staying in Europe still for a while longer.
We're staying in Europe still for a while. Not that far east.
Darn.
When I say east, I mean Eastern Europe.
I've never been to Europe flight sim.
So there's a. Looks like
I've been to Canada and Mexico, and that's
yeah,
the Caribbean.
I've actually never been to Canada even. I've only been to Mexico and I've been to Israel. So there's a extreme difference right there. But
be easier to tell where I am.
Sorry, Tim, what'd you say?
It'd be easier for me to list where I haven't been.
Yeah, exactly. What did you say? What were you going to say, Encrypted?
So we should do a little video series that isn't a live stream series, but actually recordings, heading back from Europe to the U.S.
Well, I'm going to do. Well, we could do that as a different thing, but yeah, because we're going to go back to the U.S. via the live streams eventually, but we could do a different way, that way recorded, yeah.
Let's go to Nepal.
Nepal? We can go to Tibet?
There you go.
It reminds me of an all dogs go to heaven joke. They're all into gambling. They got a nice little
fly in meters.
Yeah, they have. There you go. Yeah, over in Russian airspace, same thing.
With chip cookies.
Why do we have the pressure light on just that? What's up with that? Oh, we got them on both of them. Okay. I guess we can. Not sure why that was not shown. Whoops.
I'm about 93 nautical miles out from San Francisco, beginning my descent with flight level 220.
Oh, nice. Okay. Alright, let's just taxi back down here. Flaps are up. Spoilers are up. Or down, I guess. Or whatever it is. It's always backwards. Annoys me. Go ahead and do it this way. Today. Alright, so yes, I'm not sure where we'll be going next. If you want to you're welcome to suggest options as long as it's in Europe. Let's just put some regulations on that, because we're not going out of Europe yet. So if you have suggestions of where you'd like to see us go, you can put that in the comments once the video's over, or mention it on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram.
What about Budapest?
Didn't we go to Budapest already, or was that?
But that was Budapest, where you came out with the CRJ, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we landed. In fact,
yet?
we landed the 747 in Budapest. That's when we get there. We've been to we haven't been to Paris yet. We've been to, which I probably wouldn't do for the next one because it'd be such a short hop at this point. We did go to Nice, and so that's southern France. We did that early on in the stream.
Visibility 1.
Visibility 1. Wow. All right.
Who is that?
Getting ready for winter.
Yeah, exactly. So Kushan saying Malta. We could do Athens. That's another option too. Odin Bull saying Norway. Yeah, we do need to get up into Oslo at some point.
That's just skipped winter. Sorry, what did you think?
I don't know. I wasn't talking when you said anything.
Uh-oh.
Someone was, but I don't know who it was.
What about Sochi?
Oh, Sochi. Here we go. Over on the is it on the Caspian, or is it on the Black Sea?
Yeah, or Black Sea, I think.
It's one of the two. It's a sea.
Of course, if you use the default FSX airport, it might not even be there.
That's a good point.
Hey Moose, what's have to be the hardest landing you've done?
The hardest landing I've done?
Albuquerque.
Yeah. I think Tim nailed it on the head there. Where are we going? Parking 23. Which I think is right here. Oh yeah, give me UPS. Let's do that. There it is. Yeah. Taxi lights. Don't want to blind the poor people.
Hardly any clouds in sight. Nope, not even a cloud.
Not even a cloud. There's our marshaller. Marshal the marshaller. That's a
ramming speed.
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen that movie in a while.
Alright.
Not talking about the Blues Brothers either.
Which one are you talking about?
The original Ben-Hur.
Ah, gotcha. Ben-Hur.
What's up with the ladder off to the right?
That's,
or off to the left?
That's my, to get out of the plane. It's my stairs. I don't know.
No, there was another one when you made the turn. That was before.
Yeah, there's, it's for the aft door back there. I'm not sure why they have it there, but yeah. All right.
That was the biggest problem with flying freighters. I hated taking the scaffolding up to get in the airplane.
Yeah. Get the APU switched over there. APU bleed air there, and chop the engines. Alright, beacon off.
Oh, look, beacon off.
And fuel pumps can go off. Dun, dun, dun. Alright guys, welcome to Luxembourg. Let's get the cargo offloading. We'll get the doors open here. FS actions. First of all, let's go ahead and put the wheel chocks on. And we'll open the entry door. And forward cargo, aft cargo, and side cargo. Why aren't you opening? I have it exactly set the same way as we did on the ground in, what's it called?
Stockholm.
Stockholm, yes. Also known as what's it called? That's weird. I wonder why that's not. I think it's a hydraulic thing, but it's got the.
Is the bulk cargo the nose?
No, the that's front cargo. Bulk cargo is this. Oops, not this. Is the little cargo thing right here in the tail. It's this little tiny one where they store awkward things.
Yeah, it's the same as the main 7.4.
Yeah. Yeah, why isn't this? Don't I have? I should have some hydraulic with the APU. Get over there.
Hydraulic failure.
That's electric. That's not what I want. Hydraulic. Yeah, so I do have. System 4 is running an aux. So what is the problem? Nose gear. Yeah, that should be openable. Wonder why it's not. It opened because that opened in Stockholm. I was able to do it with the APU. That's really weird. Huh. Well, fine. I don't like you either. All right. Well, there she blows.
Yeah.
So let's do this. Pulling off the UPS pallets out of that thing. That's funny. Alright, so they're unloading the cargo there. We made it to Luxembourg. Luxembourg. Look at that. Juan's already sitting over there in his little tug, as if we were going to go somewhere. Goofy boy. Alrighty, guys. Server we're on TeamSpeak. It's the live stream 4 room is where we are. And we're going to be killing the stream now because we're done. But for next time. Yeah, so Roger brings up a good point. I did tell you guys yesterday I might do some trucking sim tomorrow, and I still might. It depends. Probably be in the afternoon, my time, if I do it, because I don't get out of church until around noon or so, and then I got to get lunch. But yeah, if the afternoon stays open like I think it's going to, then I think I'm down to do that and kind of repay you guys for being on hiatus with between the frame rate issue and the just the no streaming last weekend because of other stuff. So So yeah. Thanks for joining me, guys. As always, I appreciate it. Thanks for those of you that subscribed for the first time on this stream. Definitely appreciate that. I appreciate all the likes on the channel. If you haven't hit that like button already, please do so. I would really appreciate that. And again, you can always donate to the channel in a number of different ways, and I super appreciate that. There are those of you that have done that in the past, and big thanks to you guys for helping with that. That will help go toward all that goes. I mean, we joke around that it's for Juan's college fund, but it basically will go toward either purchasing add-ons for the sim or purchasing components for the PC to make it better and a better streaming PC. So, all of to say, big thank you to everyone. Thank you to those of you that joined me in TeamSpeak today. A shout out to Captain Tim and Krypton Pilot, Andrew, Kushan, Pinto, Pilot Cullen, and anybody else who was here and had to leave. Good to see you guys in TeamSpeak and be able to chat with you there as well. So, for those of you in just regular chat, thank you for coming along with us and keeping the conversation going. I appreciate it, and hope to see you guys next time. Again, hit that like button and join up on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook to find out when I'm streaming. I will notify you guys tomorrow if and when we do the trucking sim tomorrow. So, again, hoping to do that. So, thanks guys so much. I will see you next time, and that's Flying Moose. I'm signing off.
Well, enjoy the rest of your weekends, and we'll talk to you later.
All right.
Yeah, critical.
All right, thanks guys. We'll see you later. Have a good one, everybody.